Hello and welcome to DCP Live episode number 220, the final episode of 2020, also the holiday special. Can you believe it? I think the Illuminati was involved because our episode is 2020. I mean, our episode is 220 at the end of 2020.
Oh, yeah, that's very true.
Who planned that?
Pope, you did it.
Pope planned it.
Yep. I used to take
amazing
the
coordination that took.
Not anymore.
Pope, when we were architecting the beginnings of DCP Live, how long have you been keeping a secret that you made it to where the episode 220 would be the end of 2020?
It's this moment. That's why it was so important for us to start that week. You know how you guys were like, maybe we should start next week. We're not ready. I'm like, no, you need to start this week.
That does sound
extremely important.
I can't necessarily say no.
It's incredible the amount of coordination that goes on behind the scenes to make the show happen the way it does. But so I gotta ask,
a lot less now.
Who's taking over my responsibilities?
We split it up because it's simply too much for one person. Impossible.
Yeah, the actual weights that Pope lifted every week, we were like, you know what? It has to be split up.
Let's just share them.
Yeah,
I think we feel it the most. It's so good to see you, Pope. Thanks for coming back on.
Yeah, man.
But I think we feel that you're absent the most, and we were just talking about this a few weeks ago, is the ideas. Like Pope was always the big idea guy, not only coming up with a big idea, but like pulling it all together and making it happen. Things like, the raids, the raid broadcast and charity streams and all that stuff. Like going to cons, setting up a booth, getting big posters made, like all of those stuff. The big ideas came from Pope, and we certainly miss it now.
Yes.
Well, absolutely. I appreciate you guys saying that. The problem, like, if you were to talk to my wife, is that I was always thinking about the podcast.
Yeah.
She's like, family time. No, so I was always like, I was always trying to plan and put ideas in motion, because it was like 90% of content creators that you don't do it because you're trying to get rich. You're doing it because you love what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's really where this started. We actually started this not having any intention of monetizing it. You remember how we started it?
Yeah. Do you remember how long it took us to actually monetize what we could have monetized forever ago?
It was never even a thought.
Yeah.
When we started this, we started it as a way of collaborating with each other as like a network, like an extension of a network. And I really just wanted to be a part of like talking about Destiny. So I was like, hey, I'll just put this thing together. It was 100 or so episodes in, right? It was about 100 episodes in.
Wow, that sounds right.
We actually flipped the switch. It actually started because the podcasting host company that we were using kept sending me emails and like cold calling me and telling me, you know what, you can monetize this thing. Just you've got a lot of downloads. They kept bugging me, and I finally just honestly like flipped the switch on it just to shut them up.
You're like, fine,
it's funny.
Monetize it, God.
Do it, God, man.
It started from like kind of humble beginnings, right? And then now we actually have like almost like a network of podcasts. We have 4 podcasts going out each week or every other week. It's become kind of like this big family. It's kind of become like a big deal in my life. It's really surprising, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and the idea behind it came from the fact that I was like, if I feel like there's an injustice somewhere, it's part of my personality. I felt like you guys were putting in all this energy into the previous podcast before DCP, and you weren't getting what you deserved out of it. And so I think if I would see a catalyst for that, 2 things for the podcast happened out of that. One is that I wanted you guys to be treated properly. And second, I wanted you to that you guys trusted me to start to go a different direction. Those 2 things were the motivators that I had to make sure to make it work and to do it right. So,
And then
yeah, that was a long time ago.
And then we had to fire you. Crazy, right? 2020's been wild, man.
Yeah.
Been wild.
Has been.
So
Well, it's been a crazy year for us, right? For everybody. But
oh man,
Yeah.
the craziest. I
mean-
want to mention Aries is here as well, Mr. Hollymod
Yes.
himself. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
This is
man.
Hollymod's first appearance on the podcast, even though
It
he's
is.
been a diligent worker behind the scenes for a long time now.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
before we get going, I need to talk about Aries for a second, okay? Because I
Do it.
feel like of all
Oh,
of
no.
us, I've worked the most with him, and I've waited a long time. Hearing that he was going to be on the show, and this was going to be his first show, was honestly one of the main motivators for me coming on. Of course, seeing you guys, but Aries above anybody else. Aries and Ash, the two of them believed in what we started from the get-go and have been a part of what makes the show happen
But we all make mistakes
from the
in life.
beginning. I mean, I can't think of a more loyal, honest, hardworking person than Aries. And literally any crazy idea that I came up with, he was like, "All right, I'll get working on it." Just like that. He's like, "All right."
Whereas we're like Pope.
So
We were automatic pushback, and Aries was like, anything. I can take care of anything.
Got it.
I'll go ahead and put this in Discord, and we'll get started on it right away. So I wanted to thank you, sir, and I'm glad we finally get a chance to share some airtime.
Thank you, Pope, for kind of believing in me and offering kind of the opportunity to help out. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
you guys are awesome.
Before
You're
we
awesome, man.
continue, Pope, for some reason
Yes.
we're getting a crackle on your mic. I don't know if it's going to last the whole show or not. If you
Oh,
do you
yeah.
know how to rejoin DCP lobby on here on the Discord?
Mhm.
You might have to just
Yep.
X out real quick and join back in to hopefully fix that. If not, the live show might have Crackle City all over it, unfortunately. So just
But the podcast version will be smooth.
yes,
Pristine.
Right.
hopefully, unless there's a crackle on
In
Pope's
that
audio
too.
as well, which might
Then,
happen. You never know.
Less than pristine. I'm really excited about this episode. This is my favorite episode of the year every year
Yeah.
because we just kind of cut loose for the holiday episode. Sometimes we talk to Destiny, sometimes we don't. We also are giving each other gifts, which I think is always a good time. We sent each other. I don't know how secret they are this year. The Secret Santas. I think there may
Secret-ish.
have been, secret-ish. We tried to make it a
We
secret.
don't know what's
so
in it for sure, right?
Yeah,
we don't
so
know what's
everybody has to
inside. Yeah.
not only open a present on the show, but also theoretically guess who gave it to them. And historically, I'll be honest with you, they've been pretty good. I'm drinking out of my probably beer coffee mug that Watts gave me last year.
Probably
Yep.
beer.
Other
Nice.
awesome stuff.
So good.
Ooh,
So
I still
that'll be a lot
have-
of fun.
I still have on my desk
The
Pope's
eggplant.
Pope's eggplant.
eggplant.
Yeah.
That is pretty good. Is that like a stress toy?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
goddamn crucible experience.
That is awesome.
Hacking
one
and
of the-
cheating on PC, goddammit.
One of the best gifts I ever seen go out was when Watts sent PopeBear that mug, the unicorn mug.
Oh yeah.
That was a special piece.
It should be. I think our container ship was hijacked by Somali pirates, so it should be arriving later January, but it's been delayed twice. We put all of our
Wow.
stuff on a container ship, and it still hasn't arrived here in Thailand.
It's
So,
unacceptable, Pope. I don't know how in 2020 you could be having shipping delays overseas.
the
That's
ocean.
just I would complain voraciously.
Yeah. Right along.
Hey, actually, I'm curious. What does that cost to move your entire life on a shipping crate across the Pacific Ocean?
I'm a little curious too. If anybody
Yeah.
doesn't know, Pope, you moved to Thailand during a pandemic this summer.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
We just a little background. We got our notification of our new job. I work over. I've never talked about my personal life, and I don't mind talking about it now. I'm a educator. I'm principal of a school, and I wanted to move to international schools, so overseas for a long time. And so we had gotten our jobs prior to COVID. I'm the principal of an international school here in Bangkok, and my wife is a teacher. And so we got these jobs. We got rid of our home. We sold all of our stuff. We were getting ready to load our stuff onto a shipping crate when COVID hit and Thailand closed its borders. And so rather than, put our stuff on a container ship, we loaded it into our Subaru and drove across the United States. So we live in San Francisco, and we started driving.
Can you?
God, that was back in.
Was it April?
March, late March, April.
Okay, so at the beginning
right
of the
as
pandemic.
COVID hit, yeah.
Right. And so we couldn't stay in hotels, so we packed up our stuff full of camping gear, and we camped across the United States. So we drove. We were gonna drive until COVID got, until we thought COVID would get licked, and then we would be able to fly out. Wherever we were, we would fly out. Well, we got to the Ohio River and realized that it wasn't going anywhere, and we were going to be stuck. So we rented a camping trailer on the shores of the Ohio River. We rented like this little pop-up camping tent, and we stayed there. And I kept making trips up to Chicago that was the closest Thai embassy, to try to get us flights.
Wow.
Well, one day, so 3 months later, after
3 months of camping.
petitioning 3 months of camping, after petitioning the Thai embassy to let us onto a repatriation flight that was only allowed for Thai citizens, we got special exception to get on. And
thank goodness.
we had 3 days to get to New York City to fly out.
Wow.
They gave us
That's
3
insane.
days.
Wow.
So
Holy crap.
I pulled up to a Subaru dealership. We drove to New York City. I pulled up to a Subaru dealership. I pulled the car in, and I said, "Give me what you can for it," and sold it. And
I can't
and
imagine
then,
the trade-in value of a Subaru that you've been living out of for 3 months.
you know what?
I imagine it's super high.
Also, that story too, just pulling up to the
telling you that
dealership
it's-
and be like,
that-
"Buy it off of me right now. I gotta go."
Yeah.
We actually
Wow.
Subarus retain, like, I'm a huge Subaru fan, so don't get me started. But like it retains high value, and we got a good. He screwed us, but we still got money. So just to give you an idea.
All right.
They retained their value.
How
They're
about
really
that?
good. I mean, we got bent over, banged hard,
Bet over
but it was a good deal.
because we had to sell it. We had to sell it in like one day. So
yeah, that's not a good bargaining position to be in.
No.
No.
But we got on a flight to New York, and it was 14 days in quarantine in Thailand, and just a bunch of craziness, and we're here. But yeah,
you,
whoever thought
you
about
made the
supercharged-
biggest dick maneuver of 2020. I got it.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
You get award for the biggest balls of 2020. You know what I'm gonna do? Pandemic. I'm gonna camp for 3 months, and then I'm gonna fly to Thailand in a Subaru.
It was.
Why
it
not?
was. It was.
That's how the story actually was. Yeah.
The school was behind us. A lot of international schools were not honoring the contracts or canceling contracts of people stuck overseas.
Oh wow.
So the real heroes are the school that hired me and my wife. They did not. They honored the contract all the way through. As a matter of fact, they paid me when I was on the shores of the Ohio River.
Wow.
Doing.
Nice.
I was starting up the school in August, in the middle of the night, because it's the opposite time schedule.
Wow.
So, yeah. So they stayed by us, and we flew over here, and it's been crazy. This is such a wonderful school.
That's awesome.
amazing.
That's awesome. Really glad.
So
to
yeah,
hear
what's
What a
Thailand
fantastic
be like? Been like?
It's hot,
Yeah. I heard about
that. That's,
super hot. There's two weather systems here. There's hot and wet, and hot and dry. That's
Mhm.
it.
Which one do you like better?
ironically, hot and wet is better because the yeah, honey. Yeah, I'm doing a podcast right now, honey. Come here and say hi. Come here. Come here and say hi to everybody. Come here.
Oh, she's so grown
Oh my
up.
God.
It's
She's so
adorable.
big.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You want to say hello?
Hi.
They can hear you.
She's like, nope.
Nope.
Nope, this is embarrassing, Dad. I'm embarrassed. Dad, you're
So
embarrassing
yeah, it's actually really crazy here. The people are incredibly nice. The cost of living is so incredibly different than in California. To live, to eat, to just the basic living cost of living is incredibly low. So, you're getting taking a family of 4 out to dinner is maybe $20 if you are going to a really nice place. And so it's just incredible here. It really
You
is.
said they're dealing with COVID real well over there too, right?
Yeah. Up until just last week, there was maybe a half dozen COVID cases in the entire country.
Wow.
And 60 million people, and there was maybe a dozen deaths total since the beginning. And they just had a bunch of people come. They had some people come over from Myanmar that had it, and they went to a concert, and then that concert had 2,000 people in it, and so the concert then was the super spreader event. But the way that they deal with tracking people and putting them in quarantine is really effective. So we feel really comfortable here and really safe here. It's a very everybody wears a mask. Everybody. And you get temperature checked and contact tracing apps everywhere you go. So you'll get a note if you go to a store and there was somebody that went there during the time that you were there that had COVID, you'll get a notification to self-quarantine. And then all you got to do is show that to your boss or whatever, and you get that time off.
Amazing.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
It really is. And
isn't it? It's also really common for, I'm sure, places like Thailand, all over Asia, Southeast Asia, and all that, to wear a mask. Like it's if you have a cold.
Oh yeah, the air here is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of pollution in the air already. So before see, they burn here. They burn their crops. They don't use tilling and stuff like that Western countries use. They between seasons they burn, and all that. It's not like smog like car smoke. It's burning of wood and materials that go into the atmosphere.
Like California
so
fires.
during this time, during this time of year, everybody burns their overgrowth, and then the air becomes incredibly difficult to breathe. So a lot of people wear masks anyway. So before even COVID, everybody had them. So as soon as COVID hit, they said, "You got to wear your mask," and they're like, "We're gonna anyway."
Okay.
It's like,
But yeah, it's a beautiful country. I highly recommend anybody who wants to just come and vacation. You will meet some of the kindest. I mean, living in the United States, you really start to, even in California where people tend to be kind of nice. Imagine if you were in New York, which historically, like maybe stereotypically has people that are kind of rough to each other. Thailand, it's actually illegal to be mean to people. It's the land of smiles. You can't, it's honorable to back out of a situation instead of it getting out of hand. And there is like 15 different shades of smiles, and smiles are incredibly important. It is really a special place. People are kind to each other, and I don't know.
That's awesome.
It's hard to express how like gentle people are, and it's really nice. If you ever get a chance to visit Thailand, do it.
Yeah, this year has made me realize how much I need to travel before
Yeah, absolutely.
Traveling is the best.
Yeah, before I hit a certain age, into the future, I don't want to look back and be like, man, I wish we had gone to all these places. And specifically, I want to visit the Philippines because Memes has family there, and like a place to live and all that. And that's just a hop skipping away from all those countries like Thailand and Vietnam and all that. So.
Well, we literally have a spare bedroom for anybody who wants to come and visit.
All right.
It's open to anybody.
I'm booking my flight.
They don't
Done.
from we're in Bangkok. So
17 people in chat are DMing you right now.
I mean, if we're 2 hours, so there's Chiang Mai, which is up north. It's a great historical old world place in Thailand to visit up in the mountains. And then there's south of here are these beautiful, beautiful islands that are famous, world famous for scuba diving and snorkeling and things like that.
I love scuba
beautiful
diving.
Beaches. We're right in the middle of that. So from Bangkok, if you came and stayed with us, you would be able to go between the two. And public
That's so cool.
transportation here is really good.
Is Bangkok the most fun city name to say
Probably.
in the whole world?
Was the capital of Thailand.
It was when I was in elementary school, Briar. Hey, do you guys know the capital of Thailand?
Bangkok.
Yeah. It was incredibly difficult to get here, but I don't regret the trip here or anything.
Well, we
And I told you guys.
Yeah, man.
I told you guys,
We
but
knew.
but the chat doesn't. People who don't know, but we're also expecting another baby.
Congratulations.
So,
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Let's go.
Yep. And so we're obviously taking suggestions for boy names, but
I've got
we're
some
going-
great suggestions.
Yes, I'm sure.
7
As
Up
you can see
is
with
a
my
good
name.
one.
7-Up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bangkok.
7-Up.
Bangkok is another good one.
Local name, local.
So
We're
we
asking
didn't
for
know
great
we were
names.
pregnant until we arrived here in Thailand, and we were able to see a doctor after about a month of being here because of the quarantine and everything. So my wife we were already 5 months pregnant by the time we
Wow.
found
Oh,
out.
wow.
Holy crap.
By the time we saw a doctor, we had baby was conceived somewhere between the Rocky Mountains and the Ohio River.
Nice.
Rocky Mountain High. Maybe
All right.
we're
What a story
Yeah.
for your child,
Yeah,
though. Like you
seriously.
were conceived on this epic journey, and then born in Thailand. And wow,
Yeah.
what a story! For
Yeah,
you.
it was a crazy story. So we're trying to get a name that reflects that kind of
Rocky.
that journey.
I like rock.
Sure, yeah.
people were mentioned in chat, and I think this warrants a consideration. Jar Jar.
Okay.
Maybe even Jar
Jar
Jar.
Jar.
Jar
Jar Jar Blunts.
Jar Jar, yeah.
Jar Jar
it's, like,
Blunt.
Blood.
it's a name without borders.
Yeah. Everyone can say Jar Jar. Yeah.
Universally hated.
Or,
It
All right.
brings people together.
It is Christmas, goddammit, and I
Yes.
want to do some celebrating.
Yeah.
So first of all, I
Celebrating.
want to know what's everybody drinking?
I have whiskey.
Whiskey? What kind of whiskey is that?
I had a bottle opened already of Jameson Black Barrel.
Ooh,
very
that
nice.
sounds fancy.
I mean,
sounds
I like it.
piratey.
Yeah.
yeah.
Piratey.
I like Irish
You got
whiskey.
some boys going on over there.
Watts, what do you got there?
I have if you can read that,
Not
not your
nice.
father's root
That's good
beer
stuff.
Nice.
has it's actually
That's
beer.
really good. Yeah.
Root beer. It's the
Root beer
root
beer.
It's root
It's-
beer.
That sounds delicious.
The
I've never
rudest of
tried
beer.
it, but it sounds
Tastes like
great.
root beer.
Is it like
But-
sicky sweet or like 'cause sometimes like the lemonades, like the hard lemonades, give you an upset stomach because there's so much sugar in them.
No, I wouldn't say it's too sweet. You can definitely still taste the alcohol, which brings it to be not as sweet. So I think they have a pretty good
Nice.
mix in here.
Nice. His Holly Modness the third.
As you can see, great names. He picks great names.
Yeah.
Yeah, whiskey.
Yeah, that's another name
Got
also.
some
Oh,
Johnny
look,
Walker
Johnny
Red
Walker.
Label. Yeah, some Red
Nice.
Label.
Excellent.
Classy. I feel bad. I'm just drinking beer. It's Two Roads
PBR.
Little Heaven IPA straight out the can. Because
Okay.
the can is the song of my people. PopeBear, it's 9:00 in the morning. What are you drinking?
It's 9:00 on Thursday, and I
Screwdriver?
got a nice cup of coffee that I'm drinking right now.
You could, sprinkle a little gin in there. Just
Yeah.
Mm.
So we are doing
Well-
Christmas presents this year, and I think it's
Yeah.
time to start opening them.
Yes.
Who volunteers to go first? Who wants to be the first to open there?
Briar, I think
Fair.
you should decide because you're the one who organized
Sure, yeah.
the
Yes.
Yep.
the transference.
You're
of
taking my
names.
role, my traditional
Oh,
role.
yeah.
Of
Then I
emceeing.
pick Pope. I want Pope to go first.
Okay.
Pope, do you know who sent you your presents, Pope?
I do.
Okay, so no secret here.
You kind of messed up on the labeling, Briar.
I did that on purpose because, listen, I had to order the presents from a Thailand website that wasn't 100% in English.
Yeah.
So
You
there
don't
was some
speak Thai?
confusion
Come on,
involved.
man.
There should be 3 packages, Pope. Is there 3 packages?
There is 3 packages, and
Okay.
just so you guys know what is written on here, the receiver of this gift or this package is my last name,
Yeah.
but my first name, and then my middle name is Briar.
I did it. I know that I put my name on there, but I did it
Pope
because I wanted
Briar
you
Bear.
to know. In hindsight, I probably should have put DCP instead of my name, but I just wanted you to know not to open it because it was for this show.
Yeah.
All right. So
Well-
the theme of these gifts was you've moved to Thailand from America. I'm sure you're missing America, so I wanted to bring a little bit of America back to Thailand just for Pope. Okay.
Excellent.
You got him COVID?
Also, it's very hard to order. What was that website that you gave us, Pope?
Lazada.
Yeah, so not in English. It was hard to search for things specifically.
There's a button at the top, Briar, that converts it all to English.
It converts some of it to English.
Is Amazon not in Thailand?
Shipping to Amazon from Amazon's a U.S. company.
They don't have data centers or they don't have distribution centers in Thailand?
You can, but you're paying a lot for shipping because it's shipping from the United States. Plus, there's import costs. There's a huge amount of luxury tasks here, so it would double the price of whatever you sent me from the States.
What if you did it from the UK store?
Might have been worth it in hindsight.
Amazon.uk.
All right, so
All right,
remember
What's up,
the
Martin?
theme.
the theme.
Yeah,
The theme.
All right.
You missed America. You're homesick.
right.
Excellent. Nothing says America like a German company.
Okay. Agreed. At first sight, this may not say America because it's not an American company, but who was famous for wearing an Adidas bucket hat? Run DMC. And what in the fuck is more American than Run DMC?
okay.
I didn't see that. I didn't even go there. But now
True.
that you
The
mentioned
connection must be
like
made.
it, this is freaking amazing.
Dude.
Mhm.
Is this how you wear it, Brian?
Oh.
You
Gomer
wear
Pyle?
it. You wear it perfectly, no matter how you wear it, Pope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
We'll
sure.
keep
All
it
right,
cool
you're right.
in the hot Thailand.
Do I
sun.
open all 3?
Oh yeah, you gotta open all 3.
Yeah.
All right.
They work as a combo.
Hmm?
They work as a combo.
Oh,
It's a trifecta of gifting.
Is this
Yeah.
also Run DMC themed?
No, America.
oh my gosh!
America.
I don't even know. Do I want to know what this is?
Oh, you want to know?
Oh, yeah. It looks like
Okay.
a tiger claw.
That
or a
looks
dragon or
like
something.
some type of animal foot. I won't say what kind. You probably can't guess what kind of a.
Oh Jesus Christ!
You can fly. Oh,
This is
that
going
came
on
up.
right now.
I gotta say it. When I searched for a cowboy hat, that's how I got to the Adidas hat. When I searched for a Harley Davidson T-shirt, the bald eagle American flag T-shirt came up.
Man.
There you go.
That looks
now
Christmassy. I would
didn't
say
know where
too.
you were
Festive.
from. Now they know.
I promise you, Briar. I am gonna walk through Thailand wearing this and just singing "God Bless America." That's what I'm
My country 'tis of thee.
gonna do. All right, here's the last package.
All right.
It's a box.
Oh boy, that's a big one.
I'm glad you didn't open this. I was a little scared you were going to open this one. I'm glad it
I
came in a
didn't bring
box.
a knife with me or scissors or anything.
No,
So
no, I understand.
I don't have scissors either. You want to know where all the toilet paper is that you can't get from stores?
It's about $500 worth of toilet paper
Pope
there,
has
Pope.
I got some toilet paper, gentlemen and ladies.
Last
Is it
time we
soft?
talked to you, you mentioned that there wasn't a whole lot of toilet paper around in Thailand.
Mhm.
And hey,
Question, though. Question: is Thailand a bidet prolific country?
Yes. There's very little toilet paper here.
Not anymore.
And most-
Guess what?
I made sure to get extra toilet paper.
living like a king now.
Perfect.
That's great.
All right.
It's a good look.
Thank you
guess
very
now-
much, Briar.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
At home with my copious amounts of toilet paper and my American gear. Thank you.
You ready to go down to the
Enjoy it.
bunker? You're bunker ready, Pope. You realize that?
I feel like if there was an end of the world, I would be ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This shirt
head
screams
start.
like I'm a survivalist.
Intimidation. Yeah.
It
I'm gonna
screams.
survive the zombie apocalypse.
Screams. I may have $100,000 in automatic weapons in my back.
True.
You two look a little like that.
Yep.
Excellent.
All right, why don't we go with Tefty next? Tefty, why don't you open your gift?
Okay. All right.
Let's do
Or
it.
maybe you know what? Why don't we do this? I'm sorry to psych you out.
No,
Tefty.
it's okay.
Maybe the person who just opened their gift should choose the next person.
Yes.
Yes.
I like
That's
that,
a
yeah.
good idea.
Brilliant.
I like
All right. Here's what I want.
Wait.
I
Hold up.
want-
This is gonna tell us who opened or who sent what, right?
Oh yeah, you might be right.
Well, you just can't pick the person. Oh, yeah, Briar, you can't do that way.
Yeah, you're right.
Rick.
Fuck
Oh,
that
yeah.
idea. It was a stupid idea from the front. I don't know who thought of it. Tefty, open the fucking present like I said before.
All right.
Seriously.
All right. I got a 3-parter here, and they're in various sizes.
Three-parter.
Should I open the small one or the big one first? Should I go?
Turn Pope into
Should I go ascend?
character.
Actually, never mind. That would tell someone who would. I'm gonna go with the small one first, or smallish one. Okay.
Do you know who it's from, Tefty?
I don't. It says,
Oh, okay. So you're gonna have to guess then.
yeah. It
It
says
was properly packaged, Briar.
It's a secret.
Shut up, Pope.
It says it's a secret from Secret Santa. on the
Secret
thing.
Santa.
Okay, it's a secret from Secret Santa.
Wait a minute. It's like gift wrapped. It's not just in a box.
It's from Amazon, man.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
And well,
So,
you
Aries,
see,
you're not going to have a video for this?
What? What do you mean?
Video?
Aries
What do
is
you
on
mean?
video.
Oh, he is? I can't see
you
him.
can't see
You
Aries.
can't see Aries.
What?
You've
No.
been here the whole time, Bo.
I've been-
Wow, the whole
You're
time.
kidding me. Why is there no video for you?
Turn off your camera and
Good
turn it
question.
back on real quick. Actually, Aries, do
My
it.
camera?
Yeah, Aries. If you do it, it might
1 second.
work for Pope. Did that work?
Hello? That me?
Did it do it,
No,
Pope?
why did disable? Oh, apparently I disabled Aries' video.
Wow.
Was there a wow, Pope?
Unbelievable.
Some
Wow.
phone
Says a
call
lot about your
back in
working
the day.
relationship.
Right,
Pope
We're
was
really
like,
finding
I
out a
don't
lot in this episode.
I
today. All right, so
Beautiful.
like I said, there is a trifecta of a presents here, and it
Wow.
did come from Amazon. All right, because it's nice Amazon packaging and all that. So the first one,
Amazon.
okay, some wrapping paper in there,
ASMR.
a little ASMR. Yeah, here, a little tap.
Thailand is being Aries.
First one is a dinosaur. Oh, a dinosaur tea infuser. Yeah, I'm into this. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hold on one second. I gotta
Let's
open
see it.
this. It's got a seal and I gotta break it, and I don't have a sharp object.
Time to use.
Oh, don't
use
break
your
the
teeth.
seal, then you'll just be going to the bathroom all night.
Every 10 minutes, man.
Bad news there.
Here we go.
What's
Breaking
with
the
us
seal.
opening packages but not being prepared? That's so unlike us.
We're
Jeez.
always
Not
prepared.
prepared. What are you
normally.
talking about?
It's
We're
the
prepared
holiday episode.
as hell.
Come on now.
I can't believe that we got these gifts here to each other on like somewhat on time.
This is
That
great.
is shocking.
So I got a blue one and a green one, which if you're
What are
watching
they?
if you're watching the video, you can see they're dinosaur tea infusers.
They
Can you
look
open the
like
green one real quick?
testicles.
They also double
They
as
can double as
They're
testicle infuser.
individually wrapped testicles.
if you've been
Testicles!
castrated, they're testicles.
Testicles.
If you happen to be castrated at some point and looking for a prosthetic testicle,
And they're
Or you
colorful.
just
colorful.
want a third. You just want an extra. You want a backup testicle.
yeah, testicle. So yeah, Here you go. Let's get the focus.
That actually looks cool. It looks
Come on,
like it
there we
hangs
go.
off the top of the cup.
Come on, there we go.
Off the top of the cup.
So this pops
Oh, yeah.
out like that. You put your Jar Jar blunts in there,
Your Jar Jar blood.
and then I
It's
believe
really
this
nice,
just
actually.
hangs. Yeah,
And then
this
you
is awesome.
smoke it.
Yeah, and then you puff, puff, pass. Right there.
Yeah.
And I got a blue one too. This is great. Awesome. So that's part one of the dinosaur tea infuser from Televo Kitchen. Yeah, okay. Cool. Second one. All right. That's totally going to get used. I'm very, very happy about that.
So is this, by the way, Tefty?
Is that toilet paper? Damn right.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna get used. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got something going on here. I'm sensing it might be a calendar. Pooping pooches. Let's go. I actually saw this. Look at that.
Is it a cow?
Oh, that's
It's a calendar of dogs taking dumps.
Gosh.
wonderful.
Look
Oh
at
my
this. Look at this
It's
collection
amazing.
of
That's a lot.
just
of poop.
fecal achievements
Yeah.
right here.
In such beautiful, pristine locations.
Yeah,
too.
high quality.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they went out. They're like,
Is
you
it
know
all
what?
the same dogs, or is it a variety?
No,
of
it's a
canine?
variety. It's definitely a variety.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it's
You
like
know, and
imagine
you gotta believe that they didn't pick up after that dog either, right?
the people taking a photograph. No, they got to be aware of that.
No.
Definitely. No.
Yeah, you
No.
wherever they are, that's a national park, and you're on a hike. You're gonna step in that dog's poop.
You don't think they're gonna pack it in, pack it out?
No.
God damn, Pope.
I
Look at that
can't
part.
believe that somebody who is as brilliant enough to think of a calendar of shitting dogs would not be courteous enough to pack out the poop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They brought a camera and are like actively looking to take a picture of their dog taking a dump in a national park. I'm pretty sure they brought the needs to be able to pack it out. Because even like if you hike,
I would assume so.
yeah, if you hike in a national park, you're not supposed to you're either supposed to bury your waist deep in the ground. I think like what, 12 inches or something like that, or you pack it out. So
14 feet, I believe, is the number.
all right, so we got a final one right here.
That's big.
Yeah,
That's
this
a big
is this a Xbox Series X?
I'm just think that does fit within the $50 budget.
Yeah.
I think it does, right? All right. Here we go. Okay, yes. And we got some more tea stuff. Tea tasting assortment from Tea Forte. Tea assortment. Look at this.
That sounds hella hipster.
This is
If there's
so
any
exciting.
pot in that tea,
Very
this definitely came from Watts.
I don't think you can
Ah,
legally
Look
fit
at
that.
this. This is a whole assortment. It's got sencha, jasmine green, cherry, marzipan. It's got Earl Grey. I am gonna be
Marzipan.
yeah, marzipan. I know marzipan tea. It's like what?
Yeah.
I try it.
Isn't
I
that
fuck
like
with that.
for cakes?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that like what you put on
Could be
cakes?
great.
Let's see. Cherry marzipan, notes of cherries and toasted almond. That's what. And it's organic green tea.
That
sounds
sounds pretty
delicious.
A
So
state.
instead of eating your cake, you get to drink it.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Pope.
Let them eat
That's
cake,
100%.
Pope.
Yeah, and Mountain
You
Dew
can
Long.
eat
Yeah,
your
this is
cake
very
and drink
nice.
it, too.
Well, I'll be able to infuse my marzipan with some tefticles while I browse pooping pooches.
something to look at while you relax drinking
Peppy, can you
tea. I
show
like
us-
it. There's a theme there, you know, like a nice
Can you
theme.
show us January?
It's a hipster Tefty by the fire in his fancy chair.
Yeah.
Kind
I
of.
want to see. I want
I
to
just
see
need, like, a pipe
January.
or something.
Like that's going to be my spirit animal. For,
Okay, one
for this
second.
month.
I gotta open this
Okay.
real quick. All right. What's funny is back last year when our families could actually get together for holiday parties, we did a white elephant and we got Pooping Pooches 2020. As,
So now you've got like
It's
two.
right.
no, I mean we had gotten the gift for the white elephant.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
This is very tasteful. It's Annie.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, beautiful! Look at that
Nice.
scenery. And
Yeah,
he's
look at that. I
loaded.
love the contrast of the black lab on the white
Yeah,
snow.
exactly.
Very
Yeah.
artful. Very,
This is-
very
You're not
artful.
going
This
to
has
find
got
another set of
composition.
prints going out to that.
I think
spot.
Ash would really like that one.
Ash would appreciate that
Oh
compliment.
yeah.
Yeah. Good contract.
All right. I'm going to go with...
No. Briar picks, remember?
No. I'm guessing who gave it to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about that because Briar screwed up mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Watts.
It's me.
Yeah,
It's
there it
good
is.
That's a good one.
The key thing,
Last year, Tefty gave me cats on catnip, so I was like, let's look for dog gifts. And I saw poop and pooches, and I was like,
Nice.
absolutely.
That is
Poop
good.
and
This year, because in Pope's absence, I was in charge of giving, like, assigning who gives gifts to everybody else,
Yeah.
which I was poor at, apparently,
Yes,
because
you were.
I had to reassign them about 3 times because we didn't want to, like, get repeats. But I think next year repeats are going to happen because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
think
Briar
everybody's
gave
giving a
me the
gift to
wrong
everybody.
address, and an Amazon driver called me being like, where is this person's house?
that's not my fault. Tefty would not write down his address and give it to me. He recited it to me and made me write it down while Watts was in the conversation.
I couldn't write it down. That would be suspicious.
So, like, I'm kind of writing it down, but I'm
Oh my
also like,
gosh.
is Watts writing this down? Because this is where this is
No.
going.
That's suspicious. You can't
So-
sit there writing it down.
Yeah, what's funny is it came to Tefty, so I knew it was a DCP.
Yeah.
But it was one number off.
It was, yes.
What?
And it still
Yeah.
got delivered. They were like, well, this is clearly, obviously, it's
The
probably going
Amazon
here.
driver was very patient, very hardworking, was determined to get the package to the destination.
That's
So
actually
shout out
amazing.
to-
Brian.
Wow.
That's very
I
good.
think
Shout out
Briar's
to that guy.
getting a chance to experience what it's like to try to coordinate things for DCP.
That's right. Actually, I had a thought for next year. It's I call it a Pope big idea, a Pope style big idea. But I think what we should do is extend this into Discord, is start a Discord Secret Santa for next year. So that this
For
tradition, this tradition can be enjoyed by everybody. So
That would
I'm
be
gonna-
amazing.
That would be really
I'm
cool.
going to look to
Yeah.
Reddit for ideas on, like, how to actually make that happen. But I think we're going to try and make that happen for next year. I think
That would be
a lot
so
of fun.
I
cool.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would honestly, if you're gonna do a Pope big idea, I would just leave that to Aries to figure out.
Well, my role of this is over.
Yes, that's how you do it. Right. You're gonna start.
If you have
you're
any
gonna start doing
questions of how to contact your Secret Santa, ask Aries.
Yes, so that you come up with the idea and then just your work is done.
But if we do it, I think we are going to try and make that happen. I am definitely also going to be in the Discord Secret Santa because I want to send somebody something that they can't possibly find a use for.
All right.
Who's
up
next?
Well,
I think Aries
you.
should go next.
yeah.
All right.
Aries.
All right. Sure. I got 3 here. 3 gifts here.
Yeah, did everybody do 3 gifts?
Who knows?
Did who are they from? The packaging.
Yeah, do you know who they're from?
No, not that I can tell. No.
Ah, so they did it
Interesting.
right.
It looks like they did it correctly. Yeah.
I'm guessing it's Pope.
Dead giveaway.
Things were done right. Definitely PopeBear. That looks fancy, Pope. What's that?
It's called
These also
Viva la
have the
Revolution.
little wrapping.
Oh, nice.
Cranberry juice and soda water with lime.
Nice.
Delicious.
Well, I know who it is now. Because there's a little note there.
And it says from
What's
Oh.
the note say?
May you forever be fresh where it matters. From Tefty Tefticles.
Maybe it's a debate. Maybe each package
maybe.
has a
Good
different
point.
name on it. That would be
Maybe.
that's a PopeBear move if that's the case.
that is a PopeBear move. You can see it in Pope's face too.
I'm definitely not that clever. Go ahead.
You're not that clever, right?
Yeah. Do you think I would let that fly? Where I
You would
know?
have had to type that unless your Amazon name is Tefty Tefticles.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Also, I don't champion the name Tefticles. It was It was a name
Yeah.
that became
Or
out of the idea.
would Tefty be doing this knowing that you wouldn't know it, right? Like this is a double
but
bait
like,
switch.
would you think that I might actually think that I wouldn't? So I would actually do this to try to throw you off even further.
Mhm.
So
That's
so
what I'm
here's
thinking.
what's in it. So I've
Okay.
got some hygiene for my growing area, and breasts in other areas as well.
Oh, nice.
Hygienic?
Nice.
What is it?
Mhm.
It's just like lotion.
Lotion
Oh.
power
Like
couple?
lotion.
Does it say freshness power couple?
Freshness power
yeah.
couple.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, so you can use it with your significant
What?
other as well?
You can
Seems that
share
way,
in the
yeah.
shower experience.
Oh,
Yeah, look at that.
Keeping it fresh.
that's
Keeping it fresh.
Something that a tactical would send.
Mm.
It adds up.
Makes sense. You got to show the product to the camera, though, Aries. Like we got to get
Did I
like,
not?
a good look
that
at it.
wasn't close
It's a
enough?
little
Well,
bit. I feel like I could
I
get
still
a
don't know what
better.
it is. It's like a lotion.
Wait, it says fresh balls?
it does. It says fresh balls.
Got fresh feet, fresh balls, fresh breasts, fresh body.
Wow, that's
On the
really
back
an
it shows-
all-over lotion.
Mentions ass wipes as well.
Yeah, fresh ass?
Yeah, ass wipes.
It's all
back
about
there somewhere.
being fresh.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can't
That's a
have.
full body cleaning kit.
Yeah, are you terrified
If you
of
ever want to
stink?
randomly
You
go
can't have your-
camping in a pandemic.
You don't want to
Mhm.
have
You're
your
gonna camp for
testicles
3 months.
smelling bad.
Is this road tested, Pope?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you like an Amazon reviewer for this?
All right, Aries, what are you doing, buddy?
I'm just opening the box, you know.
For those listening,
Give us a play-by-play.
Aries
We need
is
we need some we
currently-
need some
Yeah.
we need something for our audio listeners.
So just got this open here. Another little fresh packaging here.
Okay.
Is there a note?
Yeah.
There. Okay, let's see. Enjoy your gift and may your feet never hate you for all that you put them through. From Patrick's Pancreas.
Patrick's
Interesting.
pancreas.
So the
Interesting.
plot
What does the
thickens.
pancreas do? I'm not actually 100% sure on this one. What is the function
Is
of
it
a
something
pancreas?
to do with crawdads or Doritos?
Probably.
Okay.
Anybody know in
What is
chat
going
what the
on
pancreas
there?
does?
Looks like some rainbow socks.
Don't make me an Urban
The
Dictionary of
brand?
pancreas.
Let's see it.
What is it?
Oh, are those like sushi socks?
It just says rainbow sock. Sorry.
Take
That
it, take it
looks like
out. You're gonna have to.
sushi.
Yeah,
we're gonna
unwrap
unwrap
that
see what
thing.
this looks like.
It's a little
We need more
inspection
info
Get
here.
that thing open. It looks like sushi
Okay.
stuff, but it's like for your feet.
Your feet.
The pancreas creates insulin.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Oh.
something to do with diabetes and all that.
Mm.
here.
So it's the sweetest part of Patrick.
Yeah, okay. So just a sock. Just socks.
It's a sushi sock.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the salmon. That's the fish
That's
one.
the salmon.
That-
So it was
that's-
packed to
yeah,
look
it
like
was packaged
sushi,
to
but
like
when
fish
you
sushi, yeah.
when you take it out, it looks like just socks.
Nice.
That's pretty
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
That's nice of Patrick Pancreas.
It actually does have some what things
Oh
could be-
yeah,
Oh yes, the
Little
fish
that's how we
grass.
know.
grass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
decoration.
how we know it's.
I bought a ton of that in high school.
Mm.
Capri salad.
Yeah. Yeah,
One more package. Who will this one
Yeah,
be
let's
from?
see.
I wonder.
Oh, I got addicted
That's
to
the-
oregano.
one more.
Maybe it will be from Barbecue Briar.
Yeah. Briar's left leg
Alright.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Popping this open here.
Susie Koo just said who'd let the Pope on the show.
Oh, there's a few things in here. Okay.
Oh boy,
So
we
this
got
little
fancy.
thing is subtle butt.
subtle butt.
Subtle. Wait,
Okay.
was there a note? We need to know who it's from.
Yeah.
I don't.
All right.
On this thing, there wasn't on its own,
Who is this one from?
but there are other little things in here that have stuff on them.
Okay.
This didn't have-
So
this is just by
maybe,
itself.
maybe all of them have a note.
Yeah.
Perfect for those who come to visit from Fran's fat with a P ass.
Fran.
Fran's fat
Fran's
ass.
fat ass.
All right.
I'll do this one and then I'll.
When
check the
Fran
other
streams later, everybody, if you could make sure you go in there and let him know that he does indeed have a PH fat ass. That would be
Fran's
Mhm.
Yeah,
fat ass.
hashtag Fran's fat ass.
Let's get it trending on Twitter. Hashtag Fran's fat ass.
Can you spell
PH.
Fran with the PH as well, please?
Sure.
Fat ass. Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
That's great.
There it is. Mechanized has it right in chat.
Yeah. Hashtag PH Fran's PH fat ass.
We're gonna get Fran doing the show every week out of defense.
Interesting. Might look a little.
Whoa, we
familiar.
got. We also got moved. That's amazing.
Yeah, I did.
It's nice to know we all have the same sense of humor.
The cherry on top would have been if that was from something to do with me. That would have been truly amazing.
That would have been.
Now you guys can look at the same calendar when you're organizing DCP
I'm
stuff.
gonna call
You're like,
up Aries when I'm turning
Aries,
it.
you see Annie? What's happening
Wait,
in the week of
Kevin looks at
Annie
the
7?
calendar?
I'm gonna be like this.
Looks at the calendar. What?
I only look at the calendar out of like, waking up and being like, it's another day. That's it.
Never has.
I don't take the day serious, obviously. Schedule serious. No.
Mm.
This is the way from Pope's Passion Project.
Pope's Passion Project. Oh, I'm scared.
Oh,
I
So it
can't
can't be
believe
me.
there were two of the same dog shitting calendars.
I think this blows your theory out of the water, Tefty. If it can't be me because they just threw me in there.
no, that could be a ruse.
I mean, it could. Yeah,
A misdirect.
Yeah, misdirect.
absolutely.
I think this would be a good group to play Among Us.
Oh,
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, definitely.
It turns out
yeah.
it's not.
Briar didn't like it because he died first a lot.
ah.
Also, I got talking to
So it's
by
a,
T-Rex.
Got a little breakfast bowl here.
A
Oh,
breakfast bowl.
What's that? Why has it got a split in it?
Is that
So
like a
that's good.
dog
So,
bowl?
yeah. So the anti-soggy bowl,
Oh.
Oh, you dip your cereal into
people-
the milk.
because milk goes first, right?
Stuff.
That's how it
Fuck.
goes.
Well, now it doesn't
So
need
wait,
to
wait,
go
wait, wait.
first ever again.
Show us the bowl. What? So you
It's got
put you put milk in one side and then cereal in the
That's
other.
on the other. Yeah.
Huh.
So now it
Brilliant.
won't get soggy.
We'll get
Absolutely
that.
brilliant.
Also, another announcement: we're currently looking for a new social media manager.
Skills must involve doing everything for us.
and pouring
just
cereal in the bowl first.
That bowl is dangerous because two things could happen.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
A, it's just awful. You don't like it. So it's not dangerous. Or B, it ruins all other cereal bowls for you in the future. You go on a trip,
True.
you're like, God,
True.
a regular ass
Oh,
bowl?
my
How am I going to
cereal's
eat
soggy.
cereal? Jesus.
I am dying to go to the bathroom, but I cannot stop watching
Yeah, already.
the gift
Do
opening.
you have an empty can, Briar?
Catheter?
So
Is that it?
yeah, that's it. Yep.
That was it.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
So-
who is
talk
So
about
we got
yourself.
some
I'm gonna go to
ball.
the bathroom.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
We got
Yeah.
some.
Wait,
fresh-
wait.
fresh
He's
balls.
leaving. He's leaving.
He already knows. He already
because-
knows.
Yeah,
No,
he already-
it was-
yeah, exactly.
He already knows.
I think it was Pope. I'm thinking Pope, because a little something that you sent in a message that said, "Careful opening these around family."
I don't remember saying that.
I don't see why. It's just poop and pooches and some fresh balls. What's wrong with
Yeah,
it?
fresh balls.
Teaching good hygiene and good pooping methods. I see no
Yeah.
problem.
It was me.
Yeah.
got
Of course it was.
Yeah.
That was
It
smart.
could be-
Putting each package with a different like trail.
Yeah,
hints.
that's
Yep.
good. I'm
The
stealing
problem
that
is
for
that
next
Amazon
year.
is-
Yeah.
I like that.
Amazon, they kept wanting to group them,
Right.
so
Yeah.
I had to like stagger the orders,
Oh,
like put multiple orders in so that they wouldn't group the packages, because I wanted to have a listing for each person on the show to misdirect.
Also, big brains. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's super
Yeah.
smart, Pope. Because
Which
Very
which cost more because I had to do the shipping from different
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but it was worth it.
it was definitely worth it.
The first one when you said it was from Tefty's Tefticles, I was like, "Wow, this is a 3D chess game. This is the play right here." Pope's out here playing 3D chess.
We could tell it wasn't you from that moment because you were
But you're
absolutely
missing some-
flabbergasted that your name was being mentioned on the package.
Yeah.
Either that or
There's
a
no
brilliant
feasible way.
actor. There was a tag in there for Watts though.
Oh,
Was there?
Yeah.
maybe mine's missing.
Or maybe there was Briar's. There was one for everybody.
Huh. Aries is currently
Hmm.
looking. He's investigating, seeing if he can
Is
find
there-
the note.
Is there a missing
Missing note.
tag?
There was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
there
he
was.
guess who it was that gave it to him?
Yes.
Yeah, he guessed.
In the meantime, I had a bit of a tragedy in the bathroom. One of my beard balls fell into the toilet.
Into
while
the
I was
toilet?
peeing.
Did you fish it out?
That's unfortunate.
Well, you can't flush that.
Okay. So
You just blow up the toilet and start over. Is what you do.
You move.
Yeah.
we don't normally call out subs live, but holy crap, Unagi Fighter gifting 100 subs.
Whoa.
The
Hot
DCP.
damn.
Oh my
Dropping
God.
a
Thank you so
bomb
much.
in
Thank you
chat. My
so
God.
much,
Thank you very
Unagi.
much.
That's so
That is-
kind.
that's
Thank
incredible.
you so
Holy smokes.
much.
Unagi,
That's
man.
massive, man.
Thank you so much. That'll cover the fresh balls and the Tefty's new pipe.
Yeah.
We're
Why
not
is
gonna
Tefty
get to
sucking on a testicle?
It's a dinosaur. Pipe. Tea infuser. God damn it.
I like how the head wobbles as you're like
Yeah.
expressively
Yeah.
yelling at
It's
people.
like I'm actually like playing pretend. Because I
Oh, this is great for a Teft lecture.
Oh,
it
the
is
Tef
pretty
lecture
good.
pipe. You're like, well, you see here.
Where are you? Unagi, man. Who do you want to go next? Who do we have left?
I think it's
Watts.
Watts.
You got,
I
you
think
got me next.
we got to do Watts.
Unagi picks Watts.
Packaging. It looks like a Toblerone.
It does look like a Toblerone.
It's like a big
It
Toblerone.
does.
A chunky Toblerone.
Mm-hmm.
Big ass Toblerone. A Fran's fat ass Toblerone.
Mm-hmm.
So inside we have Mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
Mystery.
Watts is opening.
I'm gonna let you guys read it before I do.
Such
Because that's a lot.
things.
There's no such thing as a painless lesson. They don't exist. Sacrifices are necessary. Yes, you can get anything without losing something first. Although, if you can endure that pain and walk away from it, you'll now find that you have a heart strong enough to over any obstacles. Yeah, a heart made of full metal. What does the bottom say?
I believe this is this sounds like it's from Full Metal Alchemist.
Wow.
Based
I was
on
gonna say, yeah.
many things.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
sure there's
I
see,
totally knew
everyone
that.
in chat, all the people who are in my chat all the time are like Full Metal Alchemist.
Bunch
this is
of
from
weebs.
Full. This is
I
from
totally
Full
knew
Metal
that.
Alchemist.
So many fonts.
So I will read it just in case that was difficult. There's no such thing as a painless lesson. They just don't exist. Sacrifices are necessary. You can't get anything without losing something first. Although, if you can endure that pain and walk away from it, you'll now find that you have a heart strong enough to over any obstacles. I assume it's overcome any obstacles. Yeah, a heart made of full metal.
I have been informed last minute substitution. One of your presents actually didn't come in time, Watts.
Didn't come in
but
time.
we have come prepared, and Tefty has prepared and come up with a picture to show on stream.
So, for those watching live,
of the picture still to come of the
for those watching live, this is going to be I'm going to put it up. Here we go. It's going on the screen right now.
I have to look at it.
So Watts, if you're not watching the stream, now would be a time to
let me
see
tune
what's
into
going
our
on
stream
right there.
Oh my goodness!
Oh god damn! Now I'm hungry.
Same.
Oh, there's those fucking chocolate flake things.
That's
flakes.
all the British chocolate.
The freaking flakes.
The British chocolate goodies. Wow, that's all delicious.
Lots
if
of
you have
delicious
not
goodies.
tried the British chocolate, you need
Delicious.
to.
If you've ever wanted to mummify yourself from the inside out, try a flake.
If you ever want the driest,
you on that one,
chalkiest
Brian.
mouth possible with chocolate,
Stop it.
eat
It's
a flake.
They're delicious. They're all delicious. When it does arrive, I will. Maybe every show I'll eat one thing from it.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
That sounds awesome.
Thank you very much.
Somebody from the community gave us
Polar
some
bear.
of those.
Polar bear
Polar bear
Bear,
did.
she
She
brought
brought
them
over a bunch
to
of
GuardianCon.
British chocolate.
Yeah.
Well,
And
flakes. Lots of flakes.
she brought a bunch of flakes because we had never had flakes before. Or I mean, Briar, myself, Watts, you obviously had. And I was really excited to try it. And then I was like, what the crap is this chocolate?
Americans only know Hershey's. Don't be offended.
Yeah, true.
No. It was just very lots of thin layers of chocolate that needed liquid of some sort.
Yeah.
It was like an ice cream made out of the Sahara Desert.
You've never had a 99er. Listen, when COVID's over, I will make everyone 99.
Every available drop of moisture out of your body.
I was like, I need ice cream to go with this immediately. This is...
That's why it goes with ice cream. Where
Flakes are so
you know when the ice cream man comes along, he's selling
a flake?
ice cream with a flake in it. That's what he sells
Very nice.
for
Yeah.
99.
I'm telling you, you eat one of those and you're just sitting there going,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not saying.
So,
I don't eat
who was
Hershey's,
your
by
present
the way.
from?
So I'm gonna guess Aries.
It was me, yeah.
Woo! Let's go.
Nailed it.
Thank you so much.
did everybody
I
guess
love
that?
this.
What,
I'm
uh,
reading
what-
this up.
Wish that would have
Everybody has guessed correctly.
missing
Wow.
part of a word, I guess.
Don't
but-
worry. I will be eating it for the next year.
Sugar intake.
Good.
Every
Accomplished.
day, every show, every week, there will be a new chocolate bar.
Good.
That's awesome.
All right, we
Thank
open
you
mine
so
now.
much.
You're welcome.
What do you?
Is it wrapped
now?
properly? Do you
Briar
know who it
knows.
is?
It's
Briar
still in the
knows.
boxes. I didn't even take them out of the boxes. I just
Don't show your
saw-
address. Whatever you do.
No,
Brian.
I saw it came in. It was addressed to
Careful.
Briar Rabbit.
You might be drunk, so I just want to make
Yeah,
sure you're not
see-
flashing your address anyway.
Yeah. Now Briar knows obviously because he put it together.
Right.
Yeah,
Who-
I do
who
know.
it's from,
It was
yeah.
it was theft.
Yeah.
And it did come in a gift bag. So I'm
Oh
gonna
wait.
clarify.
Hold on. No. Don't open that one first. Open the other ones first.
open the other one. Wait, there's only one other one.
Don't show your
Okay.
address, Briar.
Yeah. Open that first. Those couldn't be wrapped for some reason.
Oh, okay. So these aren't wrapped.
Yeah.
It's okay. Who's gonna roll up to Briar's house? He has Molotov cocktails and all
Yeah.
sorts
That's
of
a
bad
dangerous journey right
stuff.
there.
You don't want to go there.
It is. There's 3 books.
All right. Okay. They all
Jeff
came.
obviously knows about my love of reading.
Uh huh.
The first one is called Find the D, an adult coloring book.
Oh yeah.
Can you get a close up of that? Holy crap! Look at that one. Wow.
Wow.
Ooh, this
Where
one.
is
This
the
one's
D on
interesting.
that
Where
one?
is the D?
Oh, they're all over the place.
Right here.
Right.
That's one of them.
It's
No,
down the
it's
deer's throat.
a collage of all. It's like
Collage.
yeah, you look
Oh,
closer.
Oh yeah, there's another one.
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there.
they're all over the
yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Go back to the cover again. Go back to the cover. Go back to the cover and show it. Look how many you can see in that cover
Oh my
once
god.
it focuses. There, look at that.
Oh wow.
Oh man,
Oh,
that's a lot of
that's
dicks.
a lot.
That's a lot.
That's
That's a lot.
Yeah.
The foreword is made by Georgie Lazyboner, PhD.
George Lazybone.
We got two more books.
All right. Next up,
Right, I expect to have you color. I expect to see you color that in by
weekly
next-
colorings.
Weekly colorings. Yeah, we can have a
Weekly
segment
colorings
of
by
Briar's coloring section.
The next one is called 50 Shades of Bullshit,
Mhm.
the swear word coloring book.
Let's see
Okay.
some examples.
I kind of went all out on the
This
coloring
one.
book.
This one, I think, says fuck off.
Yeah,
And you
There you
can
go, yeah.
that looks
can-
like it could be on a high school bathroom door.
bedazzle it.
No fucks given. I like that one.
That's very classy.
I can't read that one because it's backward. Fuck me running. Another good one. Classy,
That's a classic.
classy.
Yeah, very
Classy.
classy.
Mhm.
And finally,
I'm so happy this one's the last one.
the Florida man.
Perfect.
Hey, is that PopeBear on the
Florida.
cover?
That's
PopeBear in
me.
his new T-shirt.
It's reminiscent of
Pope
PopeBear.
in his new T-shirt.
Mhm.
Let's see. We've got Florida man faces charges for eating pancakes in the middle of the road with a picture of a man.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Another classic. Florida man trapped for 2 days in unlocked closet with girlfriend before calling 911. 911, sorry.
Mhm.
And
I believe the premise is that they're all real stories in a coloring book form.
Florida man robs gas station and leaves job applicant, leading to arrest.
Oh my god.
I can't believe that's real. I mean, I can, but wow.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
I like all those things.
You still got one
Florida,
more.
man, is a beautiful place. What's
I
that?
don't know if I should actually color those in. I think they may be collector's item if I leave them untouched. You know what I'm saying?
Be.
Like leave them in pristine condition and
How are you
no
gonna
more
pass,
than
Briar, how are you going to pass up the D, though? I mean, come on.
I can't pass up the D.
If Pokemon cards have taught me anything, you opening up the book and just touching it has brought the value down.
That's true. That's true. I
True.
should put them in.
Yeah.
I should put them in plastic.
You got to wrap that D in plastic.
Mhm.
Sure, you wrap the D.
In the bag here, we got a bag, something squarish.
Mhm.
It's also wrapped in paper.
Thank you, Amazon.
This is the fuck you.
What is it? What is it?
the Donner dinner party game.
Perfect.
Read the caption. What does it say?
Who can you trust when everyone tastes the same? a rowdy game of frontier cannibalism.
Beautiful. That's amazing. We have
I
to
gotta-
play that.
I
Briar,
hope-
whenever we can see each other, you better bring it
Yes.
over.
I'll bring it. I will
Yeah.
certainly bring it.
I was
Hopefully
hoping-
we get to see each other.
I was hoping that you could actually play with your family at some point, even though
Oh,
you might not tell them about, what happens on DCP. They might be unaware, but maybe now's a good time to bring up, a certain subject that happens on DCP.
Time to break the news to them.
I mean, if you flash back enough episodes, we could actually put together 101 ways to eat a briar.
Yes.
Definitely.
God, that would be an
I really
amazing
like that there's a
collage.
board.
Oh, that would be great.
That's great.
What
Thank
is
you, Tefty.
what is that board?
I don't know. I aim to find out though.
Man, I saw that and I was like, "Holy crap, jackpot!"
I don't know.
Yep.
Playing a who gets the who like against your wife. I have a feeling that you're gonna end up on the dinner menu every night.
There is no pulling anything past my wife. She is
I know.
by far the smarter person in this relationship.
She is a smart cookie, and she seems pretty vicious when it comes down to it. I imagine she's competitive.
The worst day of my life is when she joined Twitter. The best day of my life was when fuck this. She said fuck this shit. She hasn't been on Twitter in like 2 years, and thank God.
She got in some good punches though while she was there. Her short
She
time
sure
was,
as hell did.
it was a short time, but she showed her prowess.
If we need a new social media manager, we know where to look.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Dude, I can't believe there's a Florida man coloring book. That is hilarious.
That's
That's
great.
I was
amazing.
surprised when I saw that. Yeah, I was like, "Whoa!" And then I saw the D one, and I was like, "This is just practically writes itself."
Florida man tosses live alligator into a Wendy's drive-through window. I remember that one.
Heard about this one? I need to see the picture. I need to see the rendering for this.
I already turned the page. I'm trying to go back.
Oh well.
There you go. See if it'll focus.
Oh.
Jeez.
The next page though is pretty funny too. Shit. It is a Florida man charges into ex-girlfriend's hospital room while she's giving birth and fights new boyfriend. Class act, class move right there.
I thought it was going to
Classy.
say fights a newborn, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was thinking.
all right, interesting.
Bold move.
Man, this thing feels good. It's so breathable.
Yeah, it looks like it fits perfect, Pope.
Fits well.
It's great.
It's got a eagle.
There were a couple of Harley Davidson t-shirts, but I wasn't sure they were going to be authentic. They just didn't look as
Whereas this is authentic American.
oh, that's
Absolutely.
as authentic as it gets.
This has
Made
got-
in China. Everything's
got
right about it.
It's in case you didn't know in case people didn't know from back at the front,
Yeah.
it's got
Pope, I
your
wouldn't
American
send you a
on-
shirt with one eagle on it.
True.
I feel like you
Gotta have-
need a 6-foot ladder to climb into your truck with that shirt on.
The kind of guy who wears
I got
that
some
shirt
lifestyle changes.
is an authority on male enhancement pills.
Oh man. Well, I guess it's time to renew my NRA contract.
Perfect. We do have some Twitter questions. Should we do some Twitter questions?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these, oddly enough, I don't know for what reason, are Destiny focused.
Can I talk about? Well, I was going to say how much of Destiny I play, but let's
Yeah,
go
no,
there.
let's
actually,
hear it.
I wanna
wanna
hear it, yeah.
Pope Bears. You are never here, Pope. It's going to be like
Yeah,
once a
Pope.
year. We want to
Pope.
hear from Pope Bear.
Pope, do they have Destiny in
um,
Thailand?
I left. Sorry, what's that?
Do they have Destiny in Thailand?
They don't like certain like Stadia and all that stuff is blocked. So no.
Oh, Stadia is blocked in Thailand?
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not supported here. Not necessarily blocked, but it's not supported, and so
Bummer.
that was my one way of being able to play. But I left the United States, San Francisco, gave my gaming rig to my son and my consoles and everything, and I haven't played since.
Wow.
Not a single
Cold
drop.
turkey.
Wow.
Cold turkey, my friends. So I haven't touched anything. I've been following vicariously through watching your guys' streams, jumping in, and obviously I'm on watching at odd times. So, but I've been watching people's streams. Gig seems to stream at weird hours, and so
Thailand
I tend
hours.
to catch his stream. But it's I haven't touched it, man. I bought it, and I Nava Bear is in chat, and he is keeping my character like alive, like he's playing it. And
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Current.
So he's not doing any of the. He's keeping one character,
the Titan.
Like he's leaving the Titan for me to play, and he's playing my other classes just to kind of keep me up and playing, so that when I get a chance to play again, I won't be like too far behind.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So shout out
before
to Bob.
Before I start reading the Twitter questions, I have to mention that there are a ton of people who were just happy to see PopeBear, happy to see Aries come on the podcast. I didn't necessarily pick everybody's kind of question or statement of that fact, but I mean, there were a ton of people who just said, "Oh man, Aries is the best, Pope's the best," and that message received, but I'm not just for entertainment purposes. I'm not going to read them all. So we're going to start with Darth Gabri, who says, "So, Pope, I heard from Holtzman that you misused the chocolate I bought him especially from Switzerland. I have only one question. How very dare you? What'd you do to that chocolate, man?"
You know what? This is for everybody who's listening. This is how messed up Briar is. I got into Discord.
This gets to be about me.
I got into the Discord ahead of time to ask everybody what Darth was talking about, and because I didn't know the reference, and I didn't want to be in a position where I was like, I can't remember what I did to his chocolate.
You get a lot of static, Pope. I don't know what happened. You get a lot of static.
So then he immediately puts it on as a question that we're going to ask.
Yeah.
What a jerk.
That's true. All of what Pope
Guys, I can't remember, man. It sounds like something I would do. But thanks to Briar for publicly shaming me.
Some type of opening doors, I'm sure.
With the
chocolate.
Chocolate?
See, you insert the flake.
Oh, I get you.
You insert the flake, and then you open the door with.
It's butt stuff.
It's butt stuff.
Is it butt stuff?
It's butt stuff.
Mr. Goodbite says, "Merry Christmas and glad to see you again. You've been missed? Full disclosure, this wasn't a question. Just glad to see you're doing well." That was for PopeBear. David Deuce says, "For Mr. Aries, when did you start watching Twitch, and how and when did you start moderating?"
It's back. I found Watts actually, just after watching YouTube and stuff for a while, and God, this was 6 years.
Yeah, like 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
A little over 6 years ago.
And I just watched Watts for a while, and then at some point I was like, "Hey, like I would love to help and that kind of stuff," and she was like, "Yeah, sure." So I
Who gave you the moniker Hollymod?
Good question. I feel like a lot of people did. Like,
Somebody must have
almost all
coined
at
it.
once. Like I don't know like who specifically said it first, but like it all just started just with Hollywood in general. Just because like there were times where I would play with like Robbie and Tefty and just a bunch of different people, and then it just kind of came up. I don't know who like said it first, really.
Well, it's because you were like
No clue.
a mod for so many channels. It
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
what? You're a mod
How many
here
channels
too?
are you a mod for?
As
Just out of curiosity.
100.
You're a mod in over 100
Wow.
channels?
Real time.
100 as of yesterday or
Do you have that device in Cyberpunk where you link into the computer to moderate all those chats?
He is the
there's a
Matrix.
great app called Chatty that is very helpful. That's kind of does that.
So how do you? Is there a trick to moderating that? Like, how do you keep track? I can't even moderate one chat. Oh.
Well, it's helpful when there are more than one in a chat,
Yeah.
like Watts is, for example. But it just depends on who's on at the time and everything. So if I'm able to like pay full attention or not.
So if you were to show up into a streamer's chat, they would indeed be blessed with the holy modness himself, is what you're saying.
Superior modding
You've
technology.
chosen that stream to present yourself.
to bless with his holy light.
When you enter into a stream, do you announce yourself? Do you present yourself in the stream? I have
Hear
arrived.
ye, hear ye.
The holy blessing of Holly Madness himself has arrived. Bask in the light.
I just do my favorite. Just do my favorite emote, and then I yeah.
What is your favorite emote? Do your favorite emote in the chat. We want to
There
see
you
what
go.
your favorite emote. That's your favorite emote, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dr. Watts lurk.
Watts
Yep.
lurk.
That's a good
Nice.
one.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep. That's it.
William James Corwin says, do you guys think Bungie should not ask how and instead ask why when it comes to loot? I feel like there isn't the thing to chase lately. That's an interesting question, I think, because it's kind of, I was having a similar conversation about, you know how they announced all the Star Wars TV shows and movies lately? And I was thinking to myself, like, are they coming up with these ideas based on, like, I have a great idea for a Star Wars movie? Or are they coming up with these ideas because, shit, The Mandalorian is really popular, so we need 5 more TV shows. What are they going to be? Which one of them comes from a creative place. One of them comes from a place of we need to get these things out. And
I'm hoping, I have a theory on this.
Mhm.
I'm hoping that they are trying to do what Marvel has done with the Marvel universe, that they're trying to do that with the Star Wars universe. And what we're seeing is a TV version episode thing of the Star Wars universe that's leading to something big. I'm hoping that we're seeing this confluence of stories and characters to something big. That's what I'm hoping.
So, like, is that a concern for Bungie? Like, do they need to ask why instead of like how? Like, is that a concern for them? Do you think?
I feel like from a casual standpoint now, I hate to say that, but I feel like there's plenty to play, and I am getting the story. I am getting the why, you know. I don't know. I really want to play Stasis. I want to play the. I guess I shouldn't speak because I don't really have the context to. But
I don't feel as a player that I need to be asking why they've done something. I'm always constantly asking like when, I think, or like how much. You know, like I want more. I don't necessarily feel like there's a creative deficit at Destiny at Bungie. Like I've never really felt like that. There's a brief period when they started talking about how there was no, like, they were getting rid of the darkness and they were getting rid of the what's her name? Not the Traveler, the Stranger. And like I kind of like, wait a minute, is there like no Bible for the story of this game? Like, is there? But I feel like they've definitely got like a storyline now for this game that is actually pretty compelling.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a creative deficit. I think it's just there's a manpower deficit.
Yeah. It's a tough like nut to crack when you're a Destiny veteran and you try to analyze if there is or not a loot problem in the game. It's really tough because you've had 5 or 6 years of the experience, and someone brand new coming in the game is going to experience like just an incredible world and also be super confused about who's Cade, why is there, who's Gaul at this point. Like, there's so many strange things that could happen as a new player, but all of it's going to feel new and exciting with all the supers and all that. But as a quote unquote veteran, you're gonna have a certain amount of jadedness that happens with having the same archetypes of weapons and all that. And I think like the toughest thing that they need to overcome is that aspect of archetype and sandbox fatigue that can happen. Like we've seen technically all these weapons at this point, and we are getting some new perk variations that are changing things up in the sandbox. But aside from stasis, there isn't a whole lot of innovation that's happening right now in like the legendary category. There is definite innovation that's happening in the exotic category and also the acquisition of those exotics. That is really cool and commendable. I think Bungie's been killing it in the exotic department. But when it comes to the legendary department, I definitely feel like it's lackluster, and that's partly because they've said this is the sandbox, this is the archetypes, and we're going to stick to this. because it makes sense and doesn't break. Pope is gone. I'm gonna switch this real quick.
Bye, Pope.
Pope is back. I'm gonna switch this back. Okay, cool. It's like it's really tough to maintain a sense of wonder and excitement and fresh newness without having a complete reboot of the franchise. And they're obviously not capable of rebooting the franchise every 3 years with a brand new title. And Destiny 2 is going to be Destiny 2 for quite some time now. So I don't know how they can fix that, and I don't know if it needs to be fixed because they have a really healthy player base. And just because a veteran might be getting sick of seeing the same weapons doesn't mean that new players who are jumping on board with the game right now are sick of seeing that. If anything, they're more like confused about why things work the way they do in the game.
Mm-hmm.
U-Man says, regarding Luke's comments on supers, what do you think about the Well of Radiance working like a Titan bubble, holding the well or press for holding for the well or press for roaming super? They could do the same for Golden Gun and Blade Barrage and consolidate supers for any potential stasis treatment.
So I think from like a keeping all the supers in the game standpoint, that definitely makes sense and that could be completely doable. But I think I think what I got from reading that, the biggest reason why they would want to make that change is to offer a stronger identity to all of the classes. So I think their whole thing is actually consolidating it to one super or one type of super or one type of thing, like a DPS thing or a support thing or a defense thing, to give the classes more identity. So I think that's where he was coming from more so with that than like how do we turn the light subclasses into the dark subclass model. They were talking more so about how do we make the fantasy of a warlock and a hunter and a titan completely different from each other. How do we do that? So that's what
Doesn't
I
it feel like we are visiting the storyline of what was leaked as like the original story version of Destiny back in
100%. Did you guys happen to read Paul Tassie's article about the heavy speculation that Old Chicago would be the next big DLC location?
No,
it was a fascinating article, and he had some pretty compelling arguments that may be the next location, like the next big location. I can't wait till he's on the show again.
We had all assumed that it felt like each class was going to have a different story arc, right? And we always thought that there was going to be a hunter story, a warlock story, a titan story, but like specifically also that even more detailed was there was going to be the EXO one, the EXO story. And it was so weird that every player started out, no matter what race they were, like they started out in the same story arc, and everybody always assumed that it was just too difficult to do all of those different stories, and they just decided to condense it down into one. I feel like we're going back to that. The real true story was to find out where the Exos came from and where the Awoken came from. We're getting to see some of that. We'll see some of that in the Crow, right? We'll see how we'll explore that when they explore him next. I mean, I'm just assuming that they're going to do that. They don't introduce somebody like him for no reason. So we're probably going to get a chance to see. And I still think we're leading up to being able to play as a Fallen. So I think they're going to explore other classes, as in not necessarily building up more supers and abilities of Guardians, but the Elixni are going to. I feel like we're going to start seeing the opportunity to play as different combative races in the class in the game, and that's what they're sort of setting up. It can't just, all the complexity of the game can't be just suited onto Guardian. I think you're going to have to start seeing some of that simplicity, some of that selection of your class within it, but they're sort of condensing the way that the game is viewed now to add these components into it and making those unique in themselves. I hope they have a vision for that, and I hope it includes other races, other classes, other competitive playing.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been more confident that Destiny has like a guiding vision, especially story wise, than I am now. After hitting an all-time low of confidence about that, probably at the release of Destiny 2. Dr. Eric Diebler says, a question for Pope. Have you found a Taco Bell in Thailand yet?
This is my country, because there is no Taco Bell.
We actually had a question about PopeBear gets arrested. What's he arrested for? And I think we came to a conclusion that it was you eating Taco Bell, screaming in the streets, rubbing it on your face.
Okay. There is a pretty healthy Kentucky Fried Chicken franchise here.
Oh,
And
interesting.
Healthy.
I'm gonna tell you that I personally hated Kentucky Fried Chicken in the States. I felt like it was greasy and just poor quality, and I really did not like it.
Wow.
Out of necessity.
Time for our ad read for Kentucky Fried Chicken, where we do chicken best.
Where the chicken's so good, it's not even chicken anymore because it's hormone modified, genetically engineered chicken.
Hey, Tefty, so the irony is that my cousin is head of the advertising for the company that does Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Wow.
Oh.
Anyway, so the place here, I went to, out of necessity, I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken here, and it was freaking so good.
What was different?
It was
Yeah, what was different about it?
the quality was incredibly better. Like the chicken didn't feel overly saturated. Like the oil
It was real chicken.
clean and done right, and the chicken was tasted good. And I don't know, man, it was just night and day different from what I would experience Kentucky Fried Chicken in the States.
It's
And
like when you
Subway-
eat McDonald's in Europe and then you eat it in America. Like, this is a different place.
Is McDonald's in Europe
completely
by law
It is
required to
completely
sell better beef than what they sell in America?
It's clean. It's not greasy. It's fresh. Like it's a whole different
Subway
experience.
sandwiches are amazing here. McDonald's is here. Like the food is taken to a whole nother level. It's a really good quality.
Okay,
food.
question then. Is it easy to go get a Thai iced tea or go get pad Thai? Is pad Thai a big thing in Thailand, or is it like, come on?
That's a good
Come
question.
on, pad Thai.
Pad Thai is definitely an American thing. Like they
Like
there
orange
is
chicken?
pad Thai.
Orange chicken is an American thing?
So there is pad Thai. Pad Thai is a thing, but there's many variations of it. And I think that the simplified version that is in our head is this thing you see on the menu. But there is a lot of different variations in the types of noodles, like the thickness of the noodles.
Mhm.
And so you can order your food with like there's different styles that represent different regions, sauces. So while I'd say the family of pad Thai has probably got like 50 different variations of it.
How about a drunken noodle?
Yes, I mean
There's a name for it in Thai. I don't know what the name is.
it's the food here is amazing. It really is, and they use a lot of like what is it called vermicelli, the very thin hair like rice pasta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, vermicelli.
It's delicious. The food here is fresh, hot, like delicious and cheap. It is so good.
Sounds like a
Like,
good
you
combination.
That's awesome.
You can sit down and have like a bowl of soup and a beer and walk out of like with spending like $2.50, $3.
God damn.
So it's
Wow.
it's
That's
really good.
amazing.
Fitzy says,
Wait, real quick. How is the bug situation? Is it
Oh my God, they are. They have a word for foreigners here called farang. They use that for farang is what they refer to anybody for that's not Thai. And I think the mosquitoes' delicacy is farang. They are everywhere. There are thousands. You walk outside and it's just everywhere. They're everywhere. But they definitely sense you, and if you're a foreigner, and they come at you. They come at you.
You got
Fresh
a different blood. You know, they get to experience something
it's
different.
like getting takeout.
They
American
my house
blood.
is
Full of
my house
grease
is littered
and-
with like these little
They see
blood
that
splats
eagle.
on the walls.
They see the
It's
eagle on your
splashed with
shirt.
a mosquito, and it's got
Yeah.
like blood in it, and it's like.
Ooh.
But yeah, They're merciless here.
Is there any poisonous, like, giant super spider that like
spider, snakes,
hunts monkeys and humans
So
at the same time?
there is a lot of snakes here that are poisonous, the pit vipers and cobras and things like that.
Can you find
you
like
see
a
'em at
cobra in
a-
the street or something?
Can you
Yeah,
show a
they're-
cobra
they're-
on screen?
Can you go get one, Pope?
Check out this python.
They-
Pope, hold up.
yeah.
What's your favorite drinking snake?
A revolution. So here's something that's interesting though, Tefty. Like, middle of the night, you hear this like
Monkeys.
inside your house.
Inside. Oh, okay.
And it freaks you the F out. So they have the Thai version of like mice, I guess, is geckos, little lizards.
Little lizards making that noise?
Oh yeah, at the middle of the night, these little geckos will
Are they
will make
poisonous?
this. They are not. No, they're very. They eat mosquito larvae, mosquitoes. You love having them in the house. Like you welcome them in. You're like, come on. You see them crawling
Get
on
in
the
here,
wall.
gecko.
You're like,
Give me
"Get in
the
here."
insurance and eat them bugs. God damn it.
PopeBear, I have a
But yeah,
theory
no.
about Australia, that there's no birds in Australia. That it may have a flaw. It's just that nobody takes a picture of the sky in Florida or in Australia because everybody's too busy looking at the ground, looking out for like poisonous snakes and poisonous spiders and shit like that. Is
Uh-huh.
it like that there? Is it like, are you just constantly watching your step everywhere you go?
no.
No, it's pretty-
It's pretty. Well, where I'm at, I'm in the city of Bangkok. It's a proper city. I mean,
What city?
Bangkok?
Oh,
Bangkok.
Yeah.
never heard of
It's
it.
capital
And
Thailand.
so, it's you got problems here like of rats and stuff like that because it's a city and but if you go out into the outer areas there is a real the mosquitoes carry a fever called dengue fever and it can just make you really 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 sick and
Yikes.
there's
Zika?
a lot of like snakes and stuff like that out in the outer portions.
Spooky.
But
Yikes.
here in the city, your main threat is the air pollution. To be honest with you,
Right. Lung cancer. Got it.
just breathing in toxic fumes. Nothing big.
Mm.
Fitzy says, Mr. Aries, sorry, Mr. Hollymod, now that we have the holy trinity of hand cannons back, Hawk, Moon, Thorn, Ace of Spades, which exotic quest was your favorite and why?
Ooh, I feel like Ace of Spades was, I think, just with
That one was
kind of going around and collecting the different chests and stuff and hearing different parts with Cade and everything. It's great.
Yeah.
That was good.
It was emotional too.
It was very
Yeah,
sad.
very much so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fawn says, after a few weeks, how is everyone feeling about the raid? I personally am still really enjoying it. Merry Christmas.
Love it.
Haven't
It's
I'm
played
great.
it.
enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, same.
I still run it every week and I have a good
Yeah.
time doing it.
Have you guys all gotten the rocket launcher out of it? That's the
Nope.
big. That's the
Nope.
big one. No. Okay.
Nope.
Will you
I'm
continue
assuming
to run it once
everybody
you
in-
do get it?
Maybe. If people, well, actually, so with this raid, a lot of the weapons are really good. So
Yeah, they are.
I think even if I got the rocket launcher, I'd be wanting to get like the role I want on Trustee, the role that I want on Heritage, the role that I
Yeah.
want on. Yeah. So I think it's a raid that I will keep playing for a while because I want very specific roles.
Are you guys also soloing it like Slayerage?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
every
day.
night.
I three-man
Yeah.
part of it.
I heard that. Yeah.
You 3-manned it, Aries?
Part of it, yeah. Part of it, yeah. Got to the boss.
Oh.
Nice.
Talk to me when you can solo it.
Gotcha. I want it.
Man, I thought I was gonna play it every week, but Cyberpunk came out, and then I got busy. So I haven't actually rated in a while. I should, because I want Eyes of Tomorrow. Haven't got that yet. But also, I'm like, well, the raid isn't going anywhere, and the season has got a whole another month or two left. We got time,
I heard Cyberpunk isn't going anywhere. Also,
unless you're on the PlayStation Store.
Ah.
Out of here.
set that up for you, buddy.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Friendly Awesome Dude Man says Guardian games next year should be based on super subclasses. Whichever Solar Void and Arc supers are used the most get to study and gets the stasis-like overhaul. The others go. Thoughts?
That's interesting.
So instead of basing it against classes, it'd be based on subclasses, or based on instead of being a Titan, Warlock, Hunter, it'd be based on Solar Void and
I
Arc
like
and-
the idea. The
do.
fact that the winning one gets an overhaul into a stasis-like subclass
Which
could be a little bit more effort than putting a little
yeah,
rinky-dinky statue next to the winner.
most definitely, yeah.
So I like your idea.
I like the idea of classes of like elemental types, because especially if they double down on the fact that different elements are kind of harken to a different play style. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the actual sudden amount of work that would be caused by that was a little on the high side.
Honestly, like, does this mean that I can't make fun of warlocks anymore, or
You can make fun of
No,
warlocks
no,
anytime you
God,
want.
no, Pope. Yeah.
Oh,
This
okay.
is a
Well,
safe
then I'm down
space.
for the idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a safe
All right.
space, Pope.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as I can still make fun of warlocks,
Go
I'm
on.
good.
Go on.
Yeah.
Get it out.
No, I don't need to right now, right? I'm just saying, if we're preparing something for the future, if this is going to be a competition among guardians, I have to still be able to make fun of warlocks. It just otherwise, it's a
Naturally.
non-starter
Of
for me.
course, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Jay Queesh says, Merry Christmas all. PopeBear, what is the strangest, most unexpected thing you found about your new home?
It's the geckos.
The lack of toilet paper?
Strangest?
Which I have solved.
Okay. The strangest. What was the question? Strangest awesomest thing or strangest
Just strangest thing.
Strangest thing since moving to Thailand.
strangest thing about my new home? That when. So, you got to follow me on this.
Okay. Is it
When
about
people
warlocks?
are nice to you here, no. When people are nice to you here, they are actually meaning what they're saying and are genuinely being nice. Yeah.
You think that's different than here? Are people?
Yeah.
I mean, in the States, what you get is
Kill
you
'em with
get
kindness.
like people being fake kind, polite.
Yeah.
They're being polite. They're being like courteous. You're generally in a space
I guess
and you're
I don't
generally
understand the
talking
difference.
to somebody.
Can you give me an
They
example of the difference?
genuinely care about you and want to know that you're happy and doing well. Not like it's my job to make sure you're happy, or it's my job
work
to
in
check, or
retail,
I'm just
so I
being
have to-
polite.
yeah.
I'm like, they're literally kind people. It's incredible.
This doesn't even make any sense to me.
I know that's what. Boom. Like, they're genuinely nice people, and they genuinely mean when they say nice things to you, or they're kind or courteous, or they want to know if you're doing all right. It's like, it's just not fake. I don't know. They're a Buddhist country, and
Worried about
it's
that
just
afterlife. That
it's
afterlife
not-
comes
it's
up and
just-
is like, listen, you were an asshole.
Don't want to be
So,
one of those mosquitoes.
Time to get your comeuppance in the afterlife.
I don't know, man. It just feels like you can let your guard down a little bit. Like, not everybody's trying to F you over,
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I feel like I feel it.
I'll give you an example.
I was just gonna say,
I
I feel
left
like
my-
I experienced that
Okay.
50-50 here where I live. And I can usually
Mm-hmm.
see through it when someone's not actually genuine, and I can see when someone is genuine here where I live in Sacramento.
I think like what the thing that I feel is like one time just little things. I know this is a odd. These are people that don't have a lot of money, right? And I dropped my wallet in a 7-Eleven, and which by the way, 7-Elevens here are freakish things. They take care of everything. You can do everything in a 7-Eleven. It is
So no
a
different
crazy
than here.
place.
Sushi?
Japan 7-Eleven.
Oh, there's
You can
definitely
get-
7-Eleven sushi.
I know.
You can pay your bills, you can receive packages, you can order food, you can like it literally is their entire system of like society is run through 7-Elevens.
Are the hot dogs
But
3
anyway,
weeks old?
the food is actually really good.
Do they have hot dogs?
That's
Do
awesome.
they have hot dogs?
Yeah, they do.
All right.
So here's the thing. Like, I dropped my wallet, and there was probably like somebody's 6 months worth of somebody's salary in my wallet, like for real. And this guy, there's a one of those moped drivers guys that probably makes like 15, 20 baht a day. And there was probably like 4,000 or 5,000 baht in my wallet. It just follows me out and hands me my wallet. Like, I know people do that in the States, but like, it's just so commonplace here to have people be kind that that's the thing that kind of blew me away. Like,
I figured it out.
It was,
You're actually internationally known drug dealer, and they don't want to get crossed, so they're giving back your wallet, and that's why you're carrying that much cash on you at any given time, because all the drugs you're dealing. And when they see PopeBear's wallet drop on the ground, they say, you better give that back, otherwise your whole family line's getting X'd.
Gecko.
This
They're
is
giving
a
back-
typical
they're giving-
take for a cop.
they're giving back your wallet because it's the right thing to do.
And I get it. This is the American mindset. Okay, understand.
It's a beautiful country, and I really hope that it's the same feeling I got when I was in Vietnam last summer. I traveled through Vietnam for a month. Nowhere did I ever feel unsafe or uncomfortable. Like, Southeast Asian people, I don't want to. Everywhere I've gone and traveled here, my experience has been a very genuine, real, kind, beautiful experience.
That's really cool, man.
Anyway,
That's good to hear.
CK says, what about 2020 would you do exactly the same way, regardless of world circumstances? What was a surprisingly helpful side effect of all the madness?
So for me, although quarantine, understand has hit a lot of people very hard. It actually helped with my mental health a lot because there's no social pressure to do stuff with people. And I can love people and love hanging out with them. But that like initial asking you to go somewhere and you being anxious about it, or you are maybe having a bad time at that moment and you don't want to, but then you feel pressure because you don't want to be like, it's not because I don't like you. That's not why I don't want to go. So all of
But
that.
also there is that.
Will you come
that's in
and
the
see our
background.
show? It's on Friday night at 9 p.m. Can you please come?
And I'm just like, so all of that is just gone. Like all that background chatter in the back of your head that's just like, you really should go, but you don't feel like going. You're really sad right now. You're anxious to go. It's like all of that is gone. So I have a lot of background chatter in my brain that isn't there during quarantine. So it's been pretty nice for me.
I really like that I could just order stuff at Best Buy and then drive into the parking lot and they bring it out to me.
That is very
I
nice.
hope that sticks around.
It
Yeah.
should, apparently.
It also happens at like restaurants and stuff. Like I don't have to go in. Like I just sit in the car, listen to a podcast, and they bring shit out to
Delivery
me.
to your house. You don't ever have to answer the door. No one expects you to.
I was saying this on stream last night that I've adopted and gotten used to the idea of someone shopping for groceries for me since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Before I was like, hell no, you ain't picking my head of lettuce. I'm picking
Oh
that.
God, Tefty, I've been doing that since like 2009.
I know a lot of people have been doing it, like you said, 2009. Like, but I've been like against it. I'm like, no. I'm gonna pick my produce. I'm gonna pick my apples. I'm gonna pick my bunch of bananas.
Yeah.
This better be the best bunch of bananas in the goddamn store. Otherwise,
That is
what
where
the
you
hell?
get fucked. Is like you don't get to pick your produce.
Exactly.
That is where you get
However, since the pandemic and having Amazon Prime, not sponsored, but if they want to pay us money, sure. I have.
We are for sale.
Ever since episode 100, we are
Cheaper than you might think, Amazon.
Yeah, probably. We have no idea. We have no self-worth.
Loose morals.
Ever since cozying up to the whole Whole Foods, Amazon Prime type of stuff, and I get like 5% back because I'm a credit card holder and all that stuff. It's just so convenient that I don't think I'm really going to go back to normally grocery shopping unless it's a last minute, oh crap, I forgot this, I got to go to the store type of thing.
Or if you want to do something special, right? It's like what we do is we have almost like their standard order where it's like the basics, right? It's like you need coffee, you need like the stuff, cereal, milk, like that kind of stuff that we always get. But like when we want to do a little something special, it adds to the specialness. Oh, I'm actually going to go to the grocery store. I'm actually going to go to the butcher shop, like a real butcher shop, as opposed to when I need to go get groceries, I need to go to a grocery store. But when I'm getting ready for like a special barbecue, I'll go to an actual butcher shop and get like special meat. I'll go to an actual like produce stand and get like the produce fresh from the farm, which makes it like a little more, it adds to the excitement of the whole affair is that I'm going to get the corn from like a cornfield. I'm going to get, but when you have to like, when you just like the drudgery of the weekly, or if you have a family, it's often like twice a week grocery shopping. It's just like, I hate that place.
Yeah, I mean, we usually get deliveries 3 times a week because of various stuff that we're getting. Like, I don't want spinach from a week ago. This better be or at most 2-day-old spinach. If that's getting blended
spinach
up.
goes bad fast. Spinach and kale both go bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what's crazy here for us is that it's cheaper to have food made for you than it is to shop.
It's the same in Japan. Yeah, it's much cheaper to just go out and eat.
Really?
I have a food service that prepares.
It sounds wonderful.
That sounds ideal.
Vegan meals that come every day at 4:00. They show up at work or at home. And I usually supplement them with another company called Paleo Robbie. They produce all these different like high-end cuts of meat and stuff like that. So between the two of those showing up at the house, I have a vegan, like healthy, organically grown like food prepared and a meat dish too. And that's how. And
you're saving money.
1,500 baht a week.
Which is what
vegan
in US dollars.
It's like for family for 2 meals. We're eating for about
not how much food is $15. Okay, that's pretty cheap for a full
$15 a day for 2 people or a family?
3 people.
3 people
for it feeds 3.
That's pretty good.
I don't think I could feed one of my kids. It's cheaper to
get if I went grocery shopping and then got home and made that same meal, it would be more expensive. I already tried to do it here, and it's
unless I fed my kids nothing but ramen, I don't think I could do $15 a day.
Is there fiber optic internet in Thailand?
Yes,
that's a good question.
Wow, you just made a strong case.
Your evening would be your daytime would be U.S. evening. So
your stream times are the same.
You would be 9 to 5, like you would be working during the day, whenever working, and then you would have your nights to sleep.
Think about how often you would get to say Bangkok too.
Dude, roll it up. Is there like a Bank of Bangkok?
Yes.
Dude, I would totally open an account at the Bank of Bangkok.
I have an account. It's wonderful. I get to get money from Bangkok every.
Jared says, if you had to choose, would you rather play Cyberpunk on the PS4 for a whole month, or would you rather play Anthem for a whole month? No other games.
Okay, listen, but Anthem was really fun for like a month. So I'm going to say, seeing as they didn't say I can't do this, I'm erasing my memory of Anthem. I'm jumping in Anthem fresh, playing it for a month.
Anthem playthrough.
Exactly. By the end of the month, I'm like, okay, cool, great. That was
Can I postpone my Anthem month until after they re-release it? They do the
Anthem 2.0?
Yeah.
The re-Anthem.
But actually, to be honest with you, a month of Cyberpunk on the PS4, I played a stream of Cyberpunk on the Xbox One.
And
And-
you were about to puke.
It was hilarious how bad it looked, but I was having fun. I don't know if I want to play it for a month. I don't think I'm going to get a month of play out of Cyberpunk,
No,
like total,
definitely not.
until they release some DLCs.
Could you get a month out of play of Anthem?
Yes.
No, not the way it released.
Really?
No,
No.
I got a week out of it, I think.
A Briar Week, which is like not
48 hours a day.
48 hours a day. God
Yeah,
damn.
that's how we play. New content.
I'm gonna go with Anthem.
Unreasonable.
Definitely gonna go with Anthem.
Let's go freelancers.
Yeah, freelance. Let's go. Fort Tarsus needs your help, freelancers. Yeah, I think PS4. Like, let's say you're on a OG launch day PS4 and you play Cyberpunk. That could be some pretty.
It doesn't even look like the same game.
Yeah.
But you get the same
Also,
story.
it crashes a lot.
And they fixed the crashes. There was actually an update today, 1.06, but they fixed the crashes for the most part.
It looks like a fun game. I'm not gonna
It is a
lie.
fun
Like
game.
I've been watching streams of like Tefty, your see-through wall sniper. I mean,
Oh my god, isn't that
gameplay.
ridiculous?
Like you're just, it's hilarious. Like the game looks fun, and I mean,
It is
I
fun.
love how many like influencers they put into the game, like little side stories and little
Eric's is in it. He's a poster, like a doctor, like with this
Yeah.
saw that.
rubber glove
Yeah.
on. I can't wait
Yeah.
till I find it because I'm totally gonna take a pic, like with him behind me and like me bent over and like
Yeah.
he's about to give me a rectal.
Yeah.
But I can't find it, so
Turn
I
and
can't take the
cough.
pic.
So,
It's going
I
to be at
bet
the
you-
top of a building, and Briar will spend all day trying to get,
Trying to get that
I
shot.
bet you know a guy that could recreate that photo for you, though.
That's probably true.
Mhm.
I bet you know a guy. I think it's fun,
Oh, man.
personally.
Yeah,
Wayne says-
I feel like it's good. Sorry, go ahead.
Wayne says you received notification that you accidentally ordered and paid for an extra PS5/Xbox 4 that arrives at your door on Christmas Eve. Who do you gift it to for Christmas and why?
You sell it on eBay?
That's what I
For
did.
$1,000?
Actually,
That's,
this
yeah.
exact situation happened to me. I sold that shit on eBay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But how
Not
much
sorry.
did you mark it up? I want to know, like, how big of a.
So I actually listed it for $500.
Oh wow.
And what did it sell for?
I don't feel like I can answer that question.
You jerk! You totally took somebody.
It's the bidders, man. They upbidded it, right?
I sold it
Dude.
for $1,100.
Woo! That's like above the,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
the
Damn.
price they've been going for. Those bidders,
Wow.
man, how dare they? Unbelievable.
Yeah, right?
Bidders.
I'd say the bidders have a poor moral fabric, to be honest with you.
Is it them? Is it them that has the poor moral
I
fabric?
put it up for $500. I was doing my part. Just like
Doing
just like in Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
I'm
You
doing
got
my
that.
part. I actually I have an extra PS5, and I'm hopefully my nephew's not watching the show. If he is, well, spoiler. My brother's buying
Merry
it.
Christmas.
My brother's buying it for what I paid for it. And
Nice.
Yeah.
I also
I-
I got a
I
got a
have-
free PS5. I think I told that story already, right?
No.
What?
Well, not me.
So one retailer that I bought a PS5 from shipped it to me, but didn't know that they had shipped it to me.
Oh.
So they shipped another one.
That's the $1,100 right there. That's where it came from.
Damn.
That's
Wow.
that's a tough one too. That you turn
What's
on
tough
back
about
to
it?
them. It's like a moral dilemma.
How
if you're
so?
if you're in Thailand, it's a moral dilemma. If you're in America,
Right?
it's called
Let
capitalism.
me add a twist to you. What if that retailer was Walmart?
Oh well, then right.
Thank you.
I mean,
Big Fesh says, question for everyone. Let's settle the debate once and for all. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Sure. Yeah.
I've never seen it.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
It's like the steak situation all over again.
I don't even know what to say to that. How the hell do you not seen it?
Aries likes
Yeah.
his steaks.
I'm
well
very bad
done
with
and
movies.
doesn't watch
Well,
Die Hard.
all right.
How do we give this guy the key to our like social media? Like,
This is your fault, Pope.
This is your fault, Pope.
these are poor decisions. He
Hope he's sharing the blame.
splits his cereal from his milk. He eats his steak well done.
Medium.
This is ridiculous. I don't know what to say.
No, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It doesn't matter
How
what
dare
the
you.
Are
movie
there
is.
Christmas decorations?
Because a movie takes place during Christmas does not
Then it's
make
a
it
Christmas
a Christmas
movie.
movie.
Excuse
No,
me.
It's got
the
the
theme
Christmas
of the
spirit
movie
in it.
has to
I
have
would agree with
some sort of.
Are you
it
trying
has
to
be
tell me
applicable to Christmas in some way?
You trying to tell me
Lethal
the Division
Weapon
is
also
not
takes
a
place-
Christmas game? Division is a
Absolutely
Christmas
not
game.
a Christmas game.
It's a Christmas
It's
game.
not a Christmas game.
You
No,
play the
it's not.
Division right now, you're in the Christmas spirit.
That is not true.
I am
There are
declaring it
tons of
right
these.
now.
There are
The
tons of
Division
these games.
1
Lethal
is a
Weapon
Christmas
takes place
game.
during Christmas. Not a Christmas movie. For some reason, people think Die Hard is a
Right,
Christmas
it is
movie.
definitely an
It's not a
American
Christmas movie.
movie.
No, people.
It's
The
full of
internet has
American
adopted
spirit
it as a
and
Christmas
Christmas
movie.
Wait,
It's
wait,
not
wait,
a
wait,
Christmas movie. It has nothing
Briar,
to do with Christmas
let's
other
let's
than
break
the
this
setting.
down. Let's break this down. What makes a Christmas movie? It's
The
supposed to
theme,
have.
the overall theme
No,
of
it
the
has to
movie
have a
has
moral-
to have something to do with
There has to be a moral fiber thing to it, right? There has to
Maybe.
be something, a story. Yeah, that's part of it. It's
Yeah.
supposed to, happy family movie, right?
It doesn't have
Tell
to be
me-
happy. It doesn't have to be a family movie, but there has to be something related to Christmas in the theme
The
or
theme
the.
of Christmas or the feelings of Christmas, of giving and of. I mean,
It
does
doesn't
he
have to
not
necessarily-
give
To
a
be a
lot of
Christmas
whoop-ass?
movie, you don't have to necessarily be a happy movie. Like there can be Christmas movies about sadness and pain, which is a lot of people's experience of Christmas. Frankly, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But
Christmas Carol.
because your movie takes place during Christmas or during December or January, does not make it a Christmas movie. I'm sorry.
Well, then
It's
why
just-
does it air during Christmas on all the Christmas-based channels?
Because stupid
Thank you.
people have decided that it's a Christmas movie.
I feel like there is a deep moral lesson that's being taught in that movie.
Yeah? What's that?
Yeah,
Revenge at all costs.
I mean,
Doesn't he save Christmas or something?
Yes,
Mm.
he saves
Then
Christmas.
it's definitely a
No.
Christmas movie.
No, he doesn't save Christmas.
He
saves
saves
it.
Christmas.
He is
saves it.
a man in the middle of a divorce who, as we find out in later movies, does not actually fix that marriage.
Because he was saving Christmas.
A lot of people die.
Too busy saving
Good
Christmas.
people and bad people.
Mhm.
No Christmas cheer was spread. No lessons were learned.
I mean, I feel like he gives a lot to a lot of people.
A lot of bullets, a lot of lead.
I mean, it's the spirit of giving. We're talking about themes here, Briar. Just because you don't agree with the themes doesn't mean that you can't. We when you break it down,
Well, I know
It
what you're
has all
getting
the
next
elements.
Christmas, Pope.
bullets, Say
The
hello
gift
to
of lead. Bree says it's 6:59 p.m. You're late for a 7 p.m. Christmas party with the rest of the DCP crew. You forgot to buy a gift. You look around your place. What is the item you grabbed as a gift to bring them? Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Look around.
So
What do you
Who-
bring? What can you
First
grab
of all,
right off the
I
bat?
will say that the rest of DCP will also be late. I
True.
probably have time to
I
go
will not
shopping.
be late. I will
Briar
be
will
on time.
definitely be late.
I will be on time. I will be waiting for everybody else. Mr. Aries also not late.
Usually
PopeBear
not late,
probably not late.
Oh, come on. Everyone's late.
Pope
Tefty
might be late.
Watts super late.
Watts, the fact that you don't know who else. Watts is like
Everyone's
historically-
late.
You know how,
person
yeah,
who-
you know how when you're late, you're the late persons. When you don't know when other people are late.
She has
And
no
if we
concept
turned
that who
up
shows
without a
early.
gift and you're like, forgot, everyone would be like, me too.
I'm gonna give a half-drunken bottle of Jameson Black Barrel.
You see, I was thinking
That
the same
is
thing.
Yeah.
was thinking- I was thinking the
100% what
whiskey.
I'm bringing too is I'm bringing
You're
a
like,
bottle of booze.
I can give you one of these because I had for me to acquire my GameStop bundle, I had to purchase 3 things with it. and I didn't want like some
course,
games, and they were also sold out of games, so I got controllers. So I have a lot of these.
That's a
You
good
can
one.
have an extra controller.
It'd be better if it was a Scuf controller.
Yeah, it would be.
Just saying. Perfect.
Better.
Nice.
That's for the PS4.
Yeah. That's true.
That dirty old console.
I'll take the Godfall helmet. Hey.
I mean, 100% I'm bringing booze. Like, I can find some booze to bring. Theoretically, there might even be an unopened bottle, but let's be honest. If I show up late, nobody's going to notice that I brought a half-empty bottle. Everybody's going to be happy that I brought more booze.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about bringing booze. Everybody loves it.
I'm grabbing toilet paper.
Solid
That's a
pick.
good one.
And you've got
Everybody
plenty.
needs toilet paper.
That's good. You could bring the Christmas tree.
Well, the reality is that my gift wraps itself because it's wrapped in toilet paper.
How plush? How many ply?
So
He actually
technically,
brought
I'm
a bunch of very small cardboard tubes.
yes,
Pre-wrapped.
pre-wrap.
Dreadnought says, this one's for Pope. So Pope, focus in here because this is an important question.
Okay.
Focus, Pope. Focus.
You receive a subpoena to testify as a witness in the court of law, PopeBear. You only know the following so far. Briar's legs are dismembered. Tefty's beard is gone. Fran is bald. Watts was arrested next to a river. And Patrick is missing. What happened in the DCP Civil War?
Did Thanos happen?
Sounds like
Fran's fat ass happened.
Yeah,
Kaboom!
I'm pretty sure. Well, here, this is what's happened. This is what's happened. See, Patrick finally had enough of your bullshit, right?
Fair.
And just
That was
went
like 2
postal
years
on
ago. He's
everybody.
been gone for 2
Yeah.
years.
This already happened.
He went and he took the thing from you that he wanted, right? Like he just
My leg?
he yeah.
That's it.
We've been-
Enough talking about it. I'm doing it.
He's been looking for that secret ingredient to his crawdad soup.
Briar
Mhm.
meat.
It was never 10 pounds of crawdads. It was your leg.
Wow.
And Tefty's beard.
Ugh.
Tefty's beard is.
There's
the,
a lot of
you know,
hair
that's,
in this
in the crawdad
crawdad
soup?
stew.
yeah.
All I'm saying is that
Beard, Fran's hair.
Patrick finally snapped
Yuck.
and decided he became a cannibal and chose to exact his vengeance in
Became?
That's what I'm going with. He had a DCP gumbo going.
Explains that Watts was arrested next to a river.
Well, I mean, Watts was in on it, of course. I mean, look at the two of them.
Yeah, what are we down?
You're right.
What are we doing down by the river?
She was getting crawdads.
Getting
She
She
was-
legally getting crawdads.
I was
Legally.
yes,
She had actually
legally fishing for crawdads.
lured Briar to the
I was
the river.
framed by Patrick because
Uh-uh.
to
That's
set me
us.
up.
That's pretty
It's
sus.
Uh-huh.
If my leg is missing, there's nobody believing that Watts was framed.
Everyone believes. I would never.
Watts hits you in the back of the head with a rock.
Maybe Watts.
Patrick,
Maybe Watts framed Patrick.
if my leg comes up missing, the first place people are going to is Watts.
Not true. Nope.
Also,
Oh.
like what
A
river
part
is
of
this?
Briar is missing. Where's Watts?
Yeah.
you know how expensive cat food is? Come on. Look at that cat back there.
That's
Didn't
true.
we
He
eat?
is expensive.
I think it's important to
Like
know what
70
river.
bucks on
I mean,
cat
is
food
this
today.
the Hudson or something? Is it the Thames? It's important.
It is important.
Hugo says, additional, given how much sherry he must consume on Christmas Eve, how many liver transplants do you think Father Christmas has had? What is sherry? I've never actually had sherry. It's a liquor, right?
It's definitely liquor. And Google will solve that for you.
All right.
But I don't know. I don't drink. Does anybody drink sherry here?
No.
No.
Is it high in alcohol content?
I love our chat. Sherry is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not quite
Helpful.
explanatory enough.
Yeah. Come on, Mace. Try it again.
All right.
I'm gonna
Urban
get
Dictionary
Amazon
says
review on
sherry.
It's like a sweet wine.
Sherry is a smoking hot boss with amazing sense of humor and style. Sherry is angelic, mysteriously magical,
Why are
and
you
drives
on
guys
Urban
wild.
It's
Dictionary?
definitely. I heard a lot about sherry in England. Like
Oh,
sherry was
sherry
all
works in
over the
England?
place in England. So maybe
Do
it's
you
just
have a
not
lot
that
of employees over there?
She like a CEO.
really hot. Lots of hot sherries.
Yeah. I
Fran.
have no idea.
Fran's
I'm pretty
fat
sure
ass.
if I'm pretty sure it's used as some
It's pretty
ingredient
fat.
of, Patrick's gumbo, DCP gumbo.
Yeah, isn't sherry like a cooking wine?
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
It's
I've
a
heard of
sweet
it. I've never
wine.
had it.
You know, there's like wine you drink, there's table wine, there's box wine, and there's cooking wine.
Sherry is a fortified wine with a long history from southern Spain. It's a high alcohol wine made using the historic Solera system, according to
How have you
Google.
come up with a completely different definition than I have?
Maybe it's not
AI.
on Urban
Because
Dictionary.
you're not
Brian.
looking at Urban Dictionary, you dumb.
I don't understand. Why wouldn't you look at it?
It's called machine
That is
learning,
your
Briar.
only source of information. I am really worried about you, Briar.
I think it's been working out perfectly.
Presidential election. You know, that's put that in Urban Dictionary. That's where
Okay.
Briar gets all his.
Oh, apparently it's a dessert wine.
Election.
Mhm.
A lying contest between two or more rich and powerful individuals. Again, comes up aces.
That's pretty accurate.
Urban Dictionary
Yeah.
kills it once again.
Lying contest. That's
I have lost my Twitter questions. Here we go. Gus Ambrosano says, question for PopeBear. Does feels really have you feeling your best?
oh my god, I'm so sorry to everybody who is listening. Hey, okay, so all you audio listeners, people who don't listen to the audio version of this won't understand.
Were
But
you
here,
on
let me-
heroin
let-
when you did that?
Wait,
ad
let
read?
me do this. Let me do something for you. Let me do something just for you guys. Ready?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Clear that throat, Pope.
Yeah. How you guys doing? So if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, I unfortunately was feeling some kind of way on my feels ad read, and there was something stuck in my throat. And
No
so
kidding.
for the months, people have been listening to this very special reading.
We actually had a
Feels ad read.
conversation about redoing the ad read because people were starting to complain. And then we were like, you know, now that people are starting to complain, it's become a meme. We can't change it now.
Also, 2020's done.
For the love of God, please change it. Somebody, like, I'll re-record it. How about that?
Don't need to. We're already
Okay.
done.
Don't need to. They dropped us.
They did. Our ad reads are done for them.
For feels, officially, that's up. But I mean, who knows? We
Yeah.
might get renewed in 2021.
Not because we got fired.
Yeah.
No.
No official firing of
That would be
2021.
ridiculous.
So I apologize for all you audio listeners. I know you guys suffered through that, and for God's sakes, you know, just clear your throat. I heard often. From people.
And that was just from Tefty.
How did that ever get through?
Well, it's one of those things where it's like
it's one of the
less-
cyberpunk situations.
Yeah, it's the lesser of two evils,
Yeah.
essentially.
VHRP says, what's your biggest kitchen fail?
For me, it's when I attempt to flip an egg and the Irish in me boils really quick. If I flip the egg and it's a fail and it like breaks all over, then it becomes a fast kitchen fail and it really kills the mood for the day if I flip that egg and broke it all over the place. You know?
Really?
Yeah, it's weird, man. My dad does it too. I remember this one time my dad, or no, my mom was talking about how my dad flipped the egg, screwed it up, and got so mad he flung the egg at the screen door, which sounds horrible.
At the screen door? That's a messy cleanup.
Sounds horrible,
no.
right? It sounds absolutely horrible. But like, because I'm genetically related to my father, I completely understand what happened and how suddenly he gets so angry at this egg that did not flip correctly and like basically ruined his day. And I'm like, from that point on, once I understood that's in me, like whatever genetic thing about the eggs is in me, I do not flip eggs anymore. I'm just okay. I won't. And if memes like screws up an egg,
have you ever tried
I'm like,
sunny
whatever,
side
it's
up?
fine. Sunny side. Well, this is what I'm talking about. You flip the egg.
No flip.
No. Well, if you put you can do like the lid on top of it to do a quick boil type of thing. But like you can, the best way is you do a light flip. It lands. You cook for like 30 seconds at most or something like that. You know, just so it like sears a little bit.
Yeah.
Then you flip it back and you put on the plate. It's beautiful. When you're trying to go for that, and for whatever reason in my brain, when I'm trying to go for that and I screw it up, there's a high chance that it can trigger something in me where I'm like, it's time to go nuclear. I don't know. It's weird.
Can I
So I just
give you
avoid
a
it.
suggestion, Tefty?
Mm.
Don't flip it at all. Drop the oil to the side of a pan. Take a spoon and scoop the oil from the hot pan and pour it over the top of the egg, and it will do a over easy,
Okay.
over medium.
I've never heard
Sorry,
of this.
and with just the hot oil,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you don't have to flip.
It does sound good. Yeah.
Nice.
So when I think I must have been about 13. I was trying to make candied something. I don't even remember what I was trying to candy. But whenever you try and candy anything, you put like sugar and you cook it. And didn't do a great job. And I ended up making the pan like basically caramelized and impossible to clean. So at that time, my parents, like we were moving. So we had like a big dumpster outside to put all our stuff in. And this was late at night when people were sleeping. So I just took the pan and put it in the dumpster so that no one would know that I
Wow.
ruined
Yeah.
it. And then my mom brought it up, I think like a month later and was like, have you seen the pan? I'm like, no, crazy.
God, no. What are you?
No.
Some kind of pan thief?
so-
I don't know.
My biggest kitchen
Whatever.
fail has to do with my pregnant wife. During when my daughter was pregnant with my daughter, she, pregnant women have their cravings, right? And your job as a husband is to meet those needs. And so she wanted pancake. And we didn't have like the pancake mix. But we had all the stuff to make cakes. So we had flour and baking soda. And
That's pretty much it, right?
Well, it's baking powder, not baking soda. And here's the problem.
Oh.
I made the first batch with baking soda, not baking powder. And so they were inedible. And so we had to throw them out. And I'm like, don't worry. We got more, flour to do this. I made the next batch.
Same
and
recipe?
I screwed up again. And then I'm like, okay, we got this. We still have enough to make just a pancake for her with some more. So I screwed up the third time, the mixture, by adding salt, like crazy amounts of salt and it was just inedible. It was not good. And so I managed to destroy all the flour and everything for making eggs. Didn't have enough ingredients for her for me to make pancakes for her, and I nearly lost my shit that morning. That was my biggest kitchen fail. I started throwing things and.
You're gonna
Aries,
burn that
what's
house
your
down.
biggest kitchen fail?
I would say it was about 10 years ago or so, I think. I was going to
made a
boil
steak
water.
medium well, right?
No.
No, he cooked it perfectly rare and was like,
He picked
absolute
that was his
crap.
Blue
kitchen fail. He
steak.
made
It was a
it.
blue steak. No, so I was just boiling water for something. I don't remember what I was trying to make at the time. And I just remember like going back and sitting down and doing something.
Oh, no.
And then I nodded off.
Oh,
And then I wake up like, what's
Boy, that
going
heroin
on?
will get you, won't it?
I ran the kitchen because there was a lot of smoke. So yeah.
Did
Lot
the
of
pan
smoke?
melt? I had a friend who did that. He
Actually,
let
no, it didn't
burn
get that
for
far.
so long
but
that the pan
it
melted.
was
Wow.
probably pretty close, but didn't quite get there.
I think everybody knows my biggest kitchen fail is when I almost burnt down a Staples office superstore with a Pop-Tart. But my second biggest one, I've told that story like 1,000 times. The second biggest one was early on when I met my soon-to-be wife. She had just burnt down her house, right? The house we live in now. Like literally, it was like early on in our
Is this
relationship.
how you met your wife?
This is why they're married. Brian loves
Through a
Molotov
Molotov
cocktails.
cocktail
Brian's
somehow.
wife was burning
This
down
makes a lot of
houses.
sense. This was the missing piece of the puzzle.
she actually I was at a hospital with my mother who was at getting knee surgery, and she called me. She's like, my house is burning down, and I started laughing. I'm like, that's funny. She's like, no, really. anyhow so we just moved in together into this house that was completely rebuilt, right? We weren't married yet, but we were kind of like, we had decided to live together. And one of the first things I do in this new house was I'm going to make a pizza. I'm going to make, one of those like kind of frozen pizzas. So I preheat the oven.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'd say 5 minutes later, there's smoke like coming out of the oven. Like the whole bottom floor of the house is like just this like white and gray smoke. And I kind of I figure out it's coming from the oven, which I was preheating. And I realized that there's actually like flames like licking out of the edges of the oven, and it's burning the cabinetry around it.
Holy crap.
So I open it up, and like flames come out. So I grab, there was a fire extinguisher, and I blow out the fire extinguisher. It turned out that my wife was cleaning the oven, and what she had done was she had sprayed the oven cleaner in there and then lined it with newspaper to like let it soak.
Ew.
So without looking in the oven, I had just preheated the oven, not knowing that there was newspaper surrounding the oven and oven cleaner, and almost burnt down the freshly rebuilt house that had just burnt down. Like it was like,
Wow.
Oh my god.
we had just moved back in.
I've been a hard
Wow.
day of moving. What do you want to do? Frozen pizza? All right, I'm putting it.
So my
God.
wife doesn't like me to cook a lot.
She didn't like you touching the oven.
And that's really brilliant, because that's as a married man, if you're newly married, you need to listen up right now.
Yeah.
The first time your wife asks you to do something like laundry or
Burn the
Cook
fucking
food.
house down.
you do it way bad.
Horribly
And
ruined the
you're off the hook for the
situation.
next 20 years.
Yeah, you
You're
don't
good.
get asked to do that again.
So
It's just an easy.
you guys are like pinpointing specific stories, and Ari's story reminded me of a story. And so this was back when I was like 13. All right. We were in Minnesota at the time. This is when I could have gluten. So I had boiled some water for some top ramen and put the ramen in there, and then went upstairs to play Quake while I wait for that to boil. All right. And I was big into Quake at the time, logging in with the modem, 56K modem. And then at a certain point I'm playing and I'm like, why is the screen getting difficult to see? Like, what is going on here? And I stop and I look around and I'm in a room filled with smoke, and I'm like, that's not good. Uh-oh, something's wrong. I run downstairs and I look at the pan that has the ramen being boiled. And there is
No water.
it's like a chimney of smoke, just bellowing out of the pan, going straight into the ceiling. And it was just really bad. That smoke stain stayed there for until we moved. And that was probably my biggest kitchen disaster. Now that
What was the deal? There's no water in the pan?
Oh, it had completely seared everything that was in there. No water in the pan. It was basically the next step was to get the pan to melt, Yep. So all the contents in there had completely like evaporated, and it was just charred and filled the house entirely with smoke. So yeah, that happens. Best thing, don't go play video games while you cook something. Just cook something. You know
what I do is I set a timer on like my phone or my watch, and I'll just have Siri like say, okay, 20 minutes, or if I let the dog out, in 3 minutes, let the dog in. I set a timer.
Yep. But yeah, that story.
Yeah, that's a good question. What's the biggest thing you've like neglected while playing video games? Like, that's a, I mean, like, that's some crazy stuff, man. Like, there's people that have left their kids in the car. I mean, man.
Yeah, that's the worst one. Your story areas reminded me of that. Going back to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mohegan 9 says, if you could fight a historical figure, who would it be and why?
What kind of fighting? Bare knuckles?
I think you get to choose. I mean, as long as it's a physical altercation. Yeah, let's go with bare knuckles. Bare knuckle fight.
Because
Mano a mano. Let's do this.
I mean, are you good at it, or are you who you are?
You are who you are. Changes things, huh?
Because I don't know, man. A historical figure?
Yeah.
So someone small that I could kick their ass. All right, Tefty. I'd fight Tefty.
I'm historical?
Yeah. You're an important person.
Wow, that's amazing. Thanks, Pope. You think very highly of me. This is incredible. Well, since I'm the same height as Pope, and I'd probably win that fight, I'm definitely gonna pick something else. What was the worst king in England's history?
Henry VIII was pretty bad.
Henry VIII?
Yeah. All right.
Go toe to toe
Was he
with
was he a big boy?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter
He's
how
a
big he
chunky
is.
boy.
I think the fact that you could get to fight him, you know, be like, you're the worst king in the history. I'm gonna kick your ass.
All right,
Could do
edit
that.
a second. Either way, and honestly, pretty much any king you're kicking their ass is probably a good thing.
Exactly, because they're all portly and like, you know, they're
You're
too
right.
fat
You're like
up.
a good king,
Right?
Everybody could use an ass kicking. Like
Yeah.
good people, bad people, everybody. A good ass kicking. It just it just soothes the ego.
Like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you feel like he needs a good ass kicking.
Good ass kicking would have done him good. Done
Yeah?
good.
I mean, what?
Wasn't that you
And
pompous
Frank
asshole?
could have used a great ass kicking. You know.
I disagree with this. This is not a good.
Helen
I
Keller.
disagree with
the
that.
ego on her.
Certain people should be like. Certain people should be like, should skip that, that ass kicking. I think they get a pass on the ass kicking.
All right. I guess there's a few.
Certain people.
I mean, so you got Gandhi sitting there. Got Gandhi sitting there fasting, for equality.
Wasn't
and
Gandhi
peace.
a confirmed child abuser?
Boom.
Could have used an ass kicking for that.
All right, well, then maybe not.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised nobody went with the obvious.
What?
Hitler, little dude, can't fight, obviously.
Yeah.
Dude,
Mhm.
dude
True.
definitely
I'd
needs
win
an
that
ass
fight.
whooping. I think the ground and pound is in plain sight here. Dude, take him down, whip his ass. You're gonna feel good about yourself for the rest of your life about beating Hitler's ass, right?
But how long do you live at that point? Like, so if Hitler's alive, right, that means that you're in, the height of his power. Even, and so
No, man, he was like in prison when he was in the 1920s. You could beat his ass then.
So you feel like beating him up prior to him doing all the things.
Shit, man!
There was
I think you
probably
start
some
when he's
evidence.
like 7 years old, and you just you show up once a year to whip his ass.
For his birthday, he'd be like, "Welcome to your
That's
birthday
right.
beating,
My yearly
bitch."
slap.
His birthday ass whipping.
Does he become the same person though? That if every year he gets his ass handed
Yeah,
to him
if
by
you're
somebody?
beating
Could it
him
turn out
within,
worse?
if you're beating him
I mean,
within
you
inches of his
cannot-
life every
you literally
year,
could not make it the situation worse.
That's true. That's true.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
I mean, the fact that you had to go Hitler to resurrect your argument, pretty weak.
Yeah,
I mean, you could go like somebody like Genghis Khan, but I feel like he could fight back. Hitler
Genghis
is
Khan's
he'd
gonna
probably
whoop your
kick my
ass.
ass.
easy win.
Genghis Khan would definitely
Yeah.
whoop my ass.
Genghis Khan's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
you know.
You don't
he's
want
gonna
none of
make you
that.
eat it.
Actually, you know what? If this is the scenario, I would pick like Alexander the Great, just because I would want him to kick my ass. Like I
Also a
want to,
noted swordsman.
Mm.
Again,
I would-
Hitler.
How much
I would
time
want-
do you have to prep for this?
Yeah. Like,
How
what are
much
we
time
talking?
do you gotta prep to whip Hitler's ass?
No, Genghis Khan. How much time do you get to go toe to toe with Genghis Khan?
I mean, I'll give you a year.
I could do it.
Yeah.
If I knew that I was fighting Genghis Khan, I would train
Yeah.
religiously, 10 hours a day, all of the martial arts, all of the techniques, and whoop his ass.
Well, that should work
All the
considering he's
martial
been
arts?
training his entire life to be a warrior. So
Yeah.
it should be fine.
I mean,
But I got Google. He doesn't have Google.
Oh yeah, YouTube should how to kick Genghis Khan's
No.
ass.
I start a GoFundMe. I say I'm going to travel back in time and kick Genghis Khan's ass. Don't worry about the details. It's real. And then
Elon Musk will give you some
Elon Musk
type of
joins
robot
in and
suit.
says, "Dude, let's make this happen." Starts funding me,
Yeah.
and then a whole bunch of like people put minds together. I don't try to take like the lion's share of the win. I'm like, this is a group effort. We make me the best fighter possible. I go kick Genghis Khan's ass.
Who was that Spanish conquistador? Was that Cortez?
I mean,
The really famous one? I feel like that guy could have used a good ass whooping. And it would feel
yeah.
it'd be super fun to kick a like a guy in like that like crazy stupid looking armor, his ass up. Like that'd be super fun.
Also, remember, if you go far enough back in time, everyone's shorter than you. So
That's true, but
You might
I
have a
think
chance.
probably stronger too. Like I think the further you go back in time, probably the stronger they get. Like they're doing a lot of lifting. They're like hanging from trees and shit. They're building caves.
Hanging from trees.
I don't know.
They ain't got protein powder.
Briar, I
protein
think
powder.
this line of questioning goes on.
The worse it gets. All right, I close my our final argument. The Mohican 9 says, oh wait, that was his question. Tony says, last question of the night. This is it.
ooh,
Tony says, question for everyone. This is a time for celebration and nostalgia, so I would like to know a memory you all cherish to this day. Thank you all for in advance, and we miss you, Pope. Happy holidays to all in Warlock Master Race.
What?
I thought this was a
I was feeling something until that end part.
Yeah, me too. And I'm just kind of like,
it went kind of
That's like
screwy
somebody-
at the end, but I think he meant well here. It's a good time for
I think you meant to say that.
good feelings.
I think you meant to say that the best game mode ever on Destiny is Gambit, the greatest. I think we can all
I think
agree.
Tony's a gambitier.
sure.
We're all
Oh, yeah.
Gambiteers at heart.
It was
So
fun when I
honestly,
first played it.
I would like to know a memory for y'all to cherish this day. What do you guys? What's a memory that you guys cherish?
God, so many. Like, is
There's
it
so-
Destiny
there's so many.
related, or should it be Destiny related, or
I don't think it has to be. It doesn't.
it could be anything. I think.
Yeah, I'll start off. I was just talking about this with my one of my sons. We were out doing some last minute Christmas shopping today, and I was reminiscing about when he was 9 years old and how exciting it was to go to Toys R Us to go Christmas shopping for him for me. Because, let me tell you, one of the best parts about having kids is going Christmas shopping for small kids. It is super fun. You get to go to the toy section again. You haven't been there in forever. You get to see all the new toys. You get to, me and my wife used to bring 2 shopping carts to Toys R Us, or use 2 shopping carts in Toys R Us, and we used to just fill them up. It was just a fucking blast. And Toys R Us, unfortunately, is closed now. When
Chapter
boys
11.
have grown up, it's not, it's not the same. But I was telling them,
Poor
when
man.
it's your time to do this for your son or your daughter, invite me, because I really want to come. It was super fun.
Speaking of Toys R Us, I mean, there's so many memories to pick from, but like, Toys R Us was a great place growing up in the 80s, 90s, because that was where the games were. And
Yeah.
when you'd go to Toys R Us back in my day, when I was like 8, 9, 10, you'd see a whole aisle full of cards of all the potential games that you could pick. And my mom would bring me there to be like, you're going to pick out a game. And this is very important because it's not like you can go and pick out a game all the time. It was like, this is a game that you're going to play for a while. So pick right. Don't screw this up,
Yeah, don't
essentially.
fuck it up.
Yeah. But like the excitement was very real because I'd go there, I'd spend what felt like a long time reading every card, thinking about what game I got. One game in particular for me was Super Mario Brothers 3, with the when they did like the movie about that and all that. I can't remember what movie it was, but yeah, that was very exciting. I have very vivid memories of being in San Diego, going to the Toys R Us. It was Escondido actually. That's where I was like from, and going there and getting
Escondido,
getting getting Super Mario Brothers 3 and bringing it home and just binging on that game religiously. It was amazing.
The Wizard. Was that
The Wizard, yeah. I think it was The Wizard, right? Yeah. Yep. Very fond memories for me.
So I'm gonna go with one about Bella and Tobias, and how we ended up with them. So, my sister's cat got pregnant by we didn't know who at the time, but then we're like, well, there's
Was
this
it
like
Briar?
really.
Briar, did you do this?
What did I do?
That's enough,
Briar's
Briar.
I'm sorry. I was looking up Super Mario on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. So my sister's cat got pregnant. We didn't know who because we didn't know who, but she was like, "There's this really like giant ginger boy that walks around," and this was before they were born, so we didn't know what they were gonna look like, so we had no idea. So when she has the kittens, of course, like most of them are ginger. One of them looks like their mom, who was like brown and black. And the rest of them were gingers. They're like, yeah, that's probably him. It's probably the ginger boy. So this was all a surprise. This wasn't planned at all. So we were like, okay, we'll take one of the cats because she's trying to rehome all of these cats. And we picked the runt of the litter, who was the tiniest cat. And that's the one that we were going to take. Flash forward to us visiting the cats when they were just little baby kittens. Tobias is on the couch. At the time, not Tobias. He was just a kitten. And I sit down and like, oh, hi, stroking. And then I get up because we're having food outside. And Tobias, meow, meow, meow. So I'm like, okay, you okay? Everything's all right. And he stops meowing. And then I get up again and he starts meowing again. And this happened like 4 or 5 times where every time I would get up, he would just start screaming. So I told my mom at that point, I was like, I think we have to get this boy. I don't think we have a choice. So we ended up getting a completely different cat, which was Tobias. And then when my sister brought Tobias over to our house, she also brought Bella and was like, these two love each other. I really think that they should be together. And we were like, sure. You know, what's one cat, 2 cat? What's the difference? So that's how we ended up with both of them. Tobias picked me, and then he brought along Bella.
That's really cool.
So for me, I would say when Halo 3 was out, that's like the first like FPS. Would have started playing like FPS games, or kind of around that time. Some friends kind of showed me like Halo 3 like online, so I did like customs and stuff with friends from high school at the time, and we'd do like the BR snipes on Guardian, and just kind of getting into that rhythm and just being able to like hit shots and stuff. Like I was like, damn, the FPS games are fun as heck. So it really got me into that. So really love that stuff.
Nice.
That's cool.
Good memories.
Yeah, I don't know where to go with this. I mean, I'm feeling very nostalgic, but there's a lot of great stories of you know, I guess lining up at GameStop at midnight to buy Destiny with my son, having my son be old enough to play video games with me, and having him genuinely be excited about a video game that we had been following. I had gotten Dads of Destiny up and running, and we had been like doing a lot of work together to he had been my helper with that, because we had started Dads of Destiny like way before the game was released during the alpha, and by that time it had over like 60,000 members to it, and it was just he was helping me like podcast and all these memories of like stuff so I had separated from my wife, and him and I were living together. And so it was a lot of really close memories, but I'd say the excitement of him being up after bedtime, and like, like we were going to it was midnight, and we were going to GameStop to line up to get the first copies, and then coming home and not having to sleep, and like we got to play Destiny, and it was a lot of fun. It was we shared a passion and like an excitement over the same thing, which I don't think we had like that genuine excitement together. So I say Destiny in a lot of ways provided a lot of things for me, but that memory was pretty special. We still play together, and he every once in a while he trolls me by playing on his Warlock, but I know where his heart's at.
And I'll say that a memory of all of us that I definitely do hold dear is when we were at GuardianCon, which was GuardianCon still at that point, and we did the podcast in front of a bunch of people all together with all of us. Patrick was there, Pope was there, we were all together, and being in that room together and doing the podcast in person and hearing people laugh when something funny happened, and
that was really cool.
That was a really amazing experience.
Is that cool. I think that's the first time that I look back at GuardianCon in a very like, thankful way, because I think that's the first time I realized the impact that we were having on people's lives. Like just people coming back up and taking a photo with you and telling you about like the times in their life that like that listening to the podcast or getting to know us through the podcast has gotten them through tough times, and just some of those stories really impacted. So I think you're right. That was pretty special. I finally got to see that I was in fact taller than Tefty, so that was good.
I got no rebuttal.
Not with them reindeer ears on.
Yeah.
No, it was a good time. That booth at the first Guardian, that was crazy.
That was
a good time.
We had like a permanent live stream going.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
amazing.
that's right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was wild.
Yeah, Aries had brought down all the equipment from like his house, and On Air PC had helped set us up, and we had artists there selling their artwork, and it was good times.
Yeah, really cool.
And then we got to do the live show, and then it was good. It was the posters. That was Ash's our first poster, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and how everyone got to sign it, and everybody Breyer kept signing over Deej. I remember Deej getting so upset at you, man. He was so mad.
Not the first time.
This Breyer guy keeps signing over my work. His picture isn't even there.
That's amazing.
That was fun.
Oh my goodness!
That was good times.
A clip in chat of
oh my god
of live from GuardianCon 2017.
Holy crap!
Wow.
Yeah,
that was in
Triple and
2017.
Fitzy.
Yeah. We had a bunch of people from the Destiny community stop by and just like gave them the mic to talk to the stream. So like, yeah, come over, come hang out with the stream, talk to people.
That's right.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Wow.
I was wondering how that was one of those ideas that I had that I was like, how is this going to work? And it just worked. People came, and different content creators came, and then they just picked up the mic.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then who kept on? Oh, Patrick kept on dipping away to that stupid card game. What was it called?
He was constantly
Magic
playing
the
Magic
Gathering.
with Carp.
Yep.
He was,
Yeah.
They were in like a corner of the booth, just like on their own little section playing Magic.
Like, we apologize to everybody who has an incomplete poster from that year because they couldn't track down Patrick to sign their freaking poster.
Unbelievable.
That's right. They took over the table. I remember Watts finally just saying, we grabbed another table, didn't we? And we put it, you have to play here.
Yeah, if we can't keep you here because of magic, you'll play magic here. And every now and then, I'm just like, Patrick, hand him a
Sign.
poster, hand him a pen.
Oh my goodness.
That was good times.
Should we wrap this one up? We're about 3 hours in.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
better wrap it up. It's a tall boy
Yeah.
that we got going on tonight, or morning for you, Pope.
Thank you guys for inviting me on. We'll have to make
Thank
it.
you for coming, Pope.
I'll do it annually or something like that.
Yeah,
or
it was really cool to
on
catch
special
up.
occasions, I'll stop
Yeah,
by.
It's awesome.
I would love that very much because
And-
we miss you a lot, Pope.
Miss you both.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep. Absolutely. And Aries, thanks
This
for
was
being
good.
on the
Yeah.
show as
Thanks
well,
for
man.
being on,
Thanks,
Aries.
guys.
Yeah. It's really cool.
You got a lot on your hand. You got a lot on your hands, on your plate here, Aries, to manage these guys and to keep them.
It's like
we
herding,
do it
going,
together. It's
remember.
fine.
like herding squirrels.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is officially the end of episode 220 of DCP Live and our last episode of 2020.
2020.
Yay.
That's it. The
Hey,
last
2020.
episode.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you.
Yeah.
Go fuck
We
yourself.
should mention there won't be a show next week. We're taking the week off, but we'll resume in the new year.
Yeah, first
We're
week of
doing
January
it
we'll be back.
2021.
Also, SideQuest won't be back until the 11th of January. So
Yeah.
that concludes the year of podcasting for. Well, actually, I don't know if Firing Range is going to be back next week or not. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that.
We'll
Find out.
tweet it out. We'll tweet it
We'll
out.
find out next week.
We'll
if that's-
find out.
if that happens.
But from us, we're done. We'll see you in the new year,
yeah,
2021. Thank you so much for all the love throughout all of
Yeah.
2020.
That's right.
And
yeah,
thanks for making our lives full
Mhm.
because we've all been quarantined and this is a time for us to all just hang out and be silly with all of you guys. So
Yeah. Honestly,
Thank you
doing
so
the podcast has helped my mental health quite a bit.
Yeah.
Just being able to talk.
And I think that's what's
People.
sort of missed for me is not being on the show regularly. Like, has one of the things is just like connecting with friends, like not just you guys, but also the people in chat and talking to them and just making our extended DCP family group, like not having those physical connections during the week. That was I was missing this. I realized I was missing something under that ritual, the ritual of the weekly
Ritual,
show.
yeah, yep, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. This year has been a test, really, for a lot of people. If you're going to be
sure.
tested of what you can get through, this year has definitely done quite a bit of that, to say the least. So thank you very much, everyone, for sticking with it and sticking with us and hanging out. And I mean, like 220 episodes is pretty wild. And thanks for a year of podcasting. This year of podcasting.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And it was really cool for people tweeted us like their Spotify listens,
Yeah,
like how
that
many
was
hours
super
they had
cool.
and stuff. That was
Right?
amazing to see. It doesn't really hit home very often
Mhm.
what we do or how many people listen or any of that. But seeing people and getting to know people and seeing how many people listen, it's crazy. So thank you so much, everybody.
The number of people who listen on the audio version of it, which makes the feels ad read so much funnier.
It's a classic, really. That feels
It's
ad
a
read.
classic,
So
and there's literally
Yeah.
like such a huge following on the audio version through
Yeah.
Podbean and through Apple Music. But it is incredible.
Yep.
And I don't know, it's really awesome.
Yeah. So to everyone, cheers. Thank you very much
Cheers.
for 2020.
Cheers.
Even though 2020 sucked, it's quite the end of the year. And shout out to everyone who's listened and watched and participated in our shenanigans. And that's a wrap.
Aries,
Yes.
where can people find you?
Twitter and Twitch, obviously. Mr. Aries on Twitter with a 3. And thanks, Briar. Holly Mondes
What's your Twitch?
underscore.
What's your Twitch? Yes. What is it?
Holly Mondes underscore Aries with a 3 underscore the underscore II.
There you go.
Good.
Perfect. Beautiful
Good.
name.
Easy to find.
Pope, can people find you anymore?
I mean, I still have people tweeting at me, and I don't do Twitter anymore. So I put it about. I decided to come out of retirement to announce this thing through, but it's going to go back in the closet. So you can go ahead and follow me at PopeBear.
And next
really-
year you'll get a reply, maybe.
The real people to follow are these guys here and at DCP_live.
Maybe you have a secret Twitter, wild Thailand experiences.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Ty Smiles. At Ty Smiles.
Watts?
I'm Brian Rabbit. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
find me. I'm currently planning my off Broadway one-man show of Florida Man, the adult coloring book. Very excited about it. We're going to
Very
take it in
nice.
some very creative directions. Looking forward to it.
You have sold at least one ticket. I will definitely be attending.
2.
2 tickets. 100% RSVPing.
I'm there.
Front row, baby.
Watts?
I am Miss 5000 Watts. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Just look for Miss 5000 Watts.
And I'm Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on Twitter. You can catch my streams, twitch.tv/TeftyTeft. And once again, thank you very much for listening, hanging out, and just sharing in the podcast adventures. Also, shout out to all our Patreon members, whether you're recent or throughout the year or whichever, we really do appreciate that. And also shout out to all of our Twitch members as well, Twitch subs, for supporting the show when we do it live here on Twitch. Like I said, we really do appreciate all the support. So thank you guys. It's incredible that we've been able to do this for basically 5 years, 4 years.
For so long.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
Kind of weird when you
freaking
stop and think
awesome.
about how long it's been, so.
We've got to include so many. We've got to include so many family members to this thing. I think of Fran and TV and guys that are on all the time like Dado, and just it's a crazy extended family. So such a special experience.
Yep. Yeah. And thanks again, Pope and Aries, for coming on the show to round out 2020.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate
Really cool. So
America.
that's it. Thanks for watching.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy
Christmas.
holidays.
Happy New Year's. Happy
Happy
holidays.
Happy
Hanukkah,
holidays,
all the
Merry New Year. Happy
pagan
New
whatever,
Day.
All
Yeah.
acquaintance
beginning to
be
look a lot like
And now I'm gonna
Same
bye
time
everyone.
tomorrow.
What?